Are you looking to uncover the hidden mysteries of the world? Well, brew up some tea and have your quill ready, because I, the Archivist, have discovered a truly unique group of individuals. This collection is known by the name Cornelia Co., though what the Co is still eludes me. But they have been all over Aventide, getting into trouble, uncovering secrets, and even pulling on the threads of fate themselves. I should know, because I've been traveling with them.
Their journey began some time before with a mysterious invite from a stranger that took them deep into the Darthwoods, the Forest of the Dead. And that's where they came upon a most unsavory figure by the name of Daye, the spitting image of an old companion.
Interestingly enough, Daye and their friend were merely fragments of a powerful god king, Ellazar the Deathless. One of 10 fragments to be exact. This god king Ellazar shattered himself along with the world thousands of years ago, leaving his fragments scattered throughout the world. And shattered he lay for 1,000 years. But to hide power like Ellazar's forever would be impossible. Now the oracles of Aventide have envisioned his return, and whispers of his ending slumber echo through the halls of fate. Unless they could collect these fragments and bring them together, who knows what destruction a shattered god could bring. Now Cornelia Co. sets off on yet another journey to collect more pieces of Ellazar. They've evaded giant lava monsters and fishmen with the pointiest of sticks. They've even rid Aventide of the notorious Crimson Madness, but not without a few close calls along the way. Now, fate leads them north to my home and the land of the elves, a place where the greatest minds of Aventide live, a place where every elf's heart is, a place called Morrigan. Though I shan't think Cornelia Co. will be greeted with open arms or a smile, but, Cornelia, did you bring that elven wine? You might need it. Are you looking to uncover the hidden mysteries? Everyone, welcome to MinusOneCharisma. Why are the cameras all messed up again?
We haven't been here in a while.
Wow.
I know why.
I love what you've done with your hair, Melissa.
I think I know why.
So short.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to MinusOneCharisma, Dungeons and Dragons channel. I am Jaymes, and I'm the resident DM here. And these are our. There's no players. Where are the players? There they are. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Oh
It's really been 3 weeks, which is not a while, but we are professionals. Whoa.
Hello? Someone save us.
There's no music playing. What's going on with that?
I hear music.
I hear music.
I do not.
Woo!
There it is. All right.
Have we called one of these episodes Donut of Death yet? Because if we haven't, I think, it might be
Do
time.
not get killed this episode.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
A feeling attack.
So quiet. Why is everything so quiet?
Because you messed
This
it
is
up.
our first time ever playing
I don't
this
know.
game.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. We're back from a 2-week hiatus. I believe I was sick, and then Melissa
I was
ate an
sick.
entire wheel of cheese.
Mm.
We're the same age.
Higher wheel of cheese.
There was a meme real quickly, it was like, there's a little kid on TikTok, and he's like, "What did you guys do before TikTok?" And it was just like 2 guys sitting around. We're like, "Well, we just sat around in circles drinking beer and quoting Anchorman." And I was like, "Oh no, that is exactly what we did."
That sounds right.
That sounds about right, yeah.
I love lamp.
I love Lamp.
I killed the man with the trident.
60% of the time, every time.
3 weeks ago, you had awakened the sleeping Death Knight, and
I thought he was a cuddly Death Knight.
he was a
A friendship and
Yes,
gaining
they're not-
levels.
I
They're
remember
not
doing a really good job
exclusive.
of keeping him from showing up.
You
and
did
then,
a fantastic job of blocking him off. You knocked the ceiling down to block one pathway. You made a big flow of lava run into a room, blocking a second passageway from his nightmare Clop Clop steed. Clop Clop is a 4-legged mount animal that its big clover-shaped feet that hit the ground make a clopping sound.
Clover?
Yeah.
Clover or Cloven?
Clover.
Oh,
It's like a 5-leaf clover hoof, and they sound kind of like.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So they're definitely not horses.
Oh, yeah.
That's the point I'm trying to make. So you blocked this nightmare Clop Clop from stampeding all over you. This big 4-legged animal covered in black flames that was rushing around trying to stomp on you and set you on fire. You guys had to run into that middle room of the donut. We were calling this the Death Donut. There's a big room, and then there's a donut-shaped hallway all the way around the room, so that's why it's a
But it's
donut.
square.
And you ran into the middle. Donuts can be square. Okay, what is that French donut?
You've literally never had a square donut.
A beignet.
It's a
the
beignet,
You
Yeah,
have
not
to
a
look
donut.
that up. You
Okay.
have to look that up later.
Beignets aren't square.
Or also more of a rectangle.
They're squares, rectangles.
Oh, but rectangles are squares?
Yeah.
No,
okay.
no,
That's the way it is.
Squares are rectangles. Rectangles are not squares. Anyways.
You know what? It's been a while.
It's been a while. Sorry.
You guys were in that middle room, and you guys were talking about what to do, and that turned into giving the knight enough time to run all the way around the donut
No
to the other
way.
door on the eastern side, and you heard, in the midst of your plotting and arguing, a door open, and a knight held together,
'Cause
just
some
big
people-
plates of armor, a body made of pure energy, hate-filled eyes, and a large sword in his hand, or her
we
hand,
actually-
or
Is he
their
also
hand.
covered in lava? Because that side of the other side was just filled with
The
lava. in that
south
hallway.
side is filled with lava. The east side, there was a door that was not covered in lava. And let me get some
I need a map of this place.
music.
I had
he gave us one.
He gave us one.
The donut.
Oh, we have a
of
map now?
There's a
Yeah.
map.
Yeah, there's that
Oh,
map.
it's
The Discord chat.
Yeah.
I made a map,
Share
and
this.
it is
I should share this.
yeah, you
Come
can share
on.
it. It's my paint skills. All right.
I only see
Um,
one door actually,
Bad.
not two doors.
It's really bad.
There's a door on the
Good,
west
good.
side that leads down, and then there's an exit to the west into that room of death with the last tooth. For those of you who are new, they're in this giant tower of death trying to find all these teeth to give these teeth back to a monster so it'll open its mouth, and then they have to go through this thing's mouth. Nothing could go wrong with that. Anyways, and so the teeth are scattered all over the dungeon. They have one more tooth left to get, and it's in a room of seemingly pure death. I mean, it's kind of like a hat on a hat, right? Like death room in a death tower with like a death god trying to impose death.
This is really fun, Jaymes.
Actually,
Thank you for this game.
the death god
Very
is trying to create life. So there's the
Rub.
twist.
Yeah.
All right.
Aren't they always?
Everyone, roll me new initiative.
Oh.
How about that?
We're just gonna start there, huh?
Yeah. And as you guys are deciding how to react with your body, this knight who opened the door holds his hand up, and a pure ball of energy starts to form in his hand. It's very similar to what you had seen before as he threw a ball of energy at you, causing just a massive amount of negative energy.
Maybe he just wants to be friends. Maybe it's a friendship ball.
Yeah, for sure.
Aww.
It's a ball of fun.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like that.
What did everyone get? Let's go around
I'm
the
gonna
horn.
run
Kill-wise.
willingly towards it.
16.
16. And Cornelia?
18.
Always have to outdo everyone.
I try.
Skid.
20. You fail.
Oh,
No!
dang. Whoever gets the highest initiative also gets a level up.
Nice.
Just kidding. Rezik, he's like
No,
21.
you said
How did
it.
that
You
happen?
said it. Someone clip it. Someone in
No
chat
takesy
clip it.
backsies.
Your word is bond.
I got a 6.
Actually, golf score. Lowest gets a...
Oh,
Yes.
he's already a level 10 dragon.
Trust, what'd you get?
17.
Oh.
Slipping in there.
My right monitor just went dark.
Oh.
Okay.
That's fun.
Oh.
Oh.
That's so exciting. We don't even know like what's
Ooh.
displayed on it now. Number 5.
D&D Beyond was displayed on it. So.
All right. This
I'm
ball of
gonna have to
energy is
sit this
starting
battle out.
to collect, and you can see Skid. The very room itself is starting to warp around this knight's hand as he starts to pull, and it just disintegrate the air around him, and it just grows and grows and grows. You see your party kind of standing in the room, caught off guard. Again, to the west is that room of death. To the east, now covered in this room is a death knight standing in front of your east exit.
Sorry, my cat just absolutely ate it. Sitting here. Stupid. Sorry, one more time. There is a door to our west.
To the west. There's a door to the west. You're in this room with those tanks, those big tanks that they had been sucking
right.
life force from people in. There's 9 of those tanks just kind of scattered in the middle of the room, workbenches and energy kind of flowing from those power crystals. You see to the east that the doorway is now covered by this knight holding his hand up, a ball of destructive energy starting to like disintegrate the air around you. You had seen this before as he had launched just a big cloud of negative energy. To your west there's a door into the hallway, and then there's a door that you had tried to send him in there, and he had taken one step into the room and then very cautiously took a step back out of the room. Wasn't going to go down there. And Cornelia,
is he still
you
in
had
that
stuck in there.
doorway?
He's in the doorway to the east. He's gone all the way around the donut because you guys knocked down the
But
ceiling.
he's not in the scary room anymore.
No, the scare room's to the west. He's to
Okay.
the east.
Okay.
Very.
My brain, you think I know how to, I can't. Anyway, I'm gonna.
He's standing to the right. The doorway is to the
I
left.
understand. I got it now. Maybe. So I'm just gonna hold an attack if he comes close to me, and I'm gonna
Okay.
yell, "Oi! You might want to get through this door. We should probably get out of here. This does not look very good." And
All
I'm gonna hold and wait for.
You say that, Cornelia. What are you doing?
Yes. I am going to open the door
Okay.
and stand just outside in the hallway and also hold an action with my bow and arrow, just waiting for people to come through.
Okay. Holding an action. Trust.
How many feet away is he?
He's approximately 35 feet away.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to cast command. And I'm gonna say, leave!
Okay.
And then I'm
What's the
gonna
DC on
run
that?
through the door.
Okay.
Wisdom 16.
So you run through the door, so you cast that, you tell him to leave. Unfortunately, he saves against your spell. You run into the hallway, just to the south of you, that door is still open. You feel kind of this essence coming from that room, a dark essence that Cornelia had snuck into and out of. Are you going in the room or are you staying in the hallway?
I am staying in the hallway, and I... no, I can't. Can I? No, I can't do that. That's it for now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cowwise.
I'm gonna look at the group. Who has one of those web shooter thingies?
Oh, my butt!
Yes, for those of you who don't know, Trust has been turned, Trust's lower half has turned into a spider.
Well, one of the rod ones. Who's got one
Resembles
that's
a
handheld?
Drider.
I have the rod one. I think that someone else has the wand, and I have the
I
rod.
have the wand, and I think I'm not sure if we took a long rest after I used it. I'm assuming we did though.
Yeah. I'm gonna let's go with that. Cornelia, hand me the rod.
Just take it.
Okay, so I grab the rod. I'm gonna shoot the feet of this guy to hopefully like stick him in place as he's like Kamehameha,
Nice.
powering up over there. Do I have to roll something for that?
No, it just goes off. He has to roll a dexterity save. Oh my god, I just rolled 2 20s. I've never done that before.
Perfect.
Well,
Super good.
you throw it at his feet. If you don't remember, the knight had been gliding around. You hit his feet and he just raises up just a little bit off the ground.
Well, that didn't work. I'm gonna head out the door to the west and try to hide around the wall, so he doesn't have direct line of sight with his disintegration ray that he's.
Okay.
Good luck, everyone.
He holds this ball. The ball in his hand starts to spin. You start to hear crackling energies. He holds it in front of him, and he starts to walk forward, and the whole room starts to break and crack as if the fabrics of this world are starting to break. And as he walks forward, you start to see these tanks implode and then be sucked and ripped into this seemingly ball of, I don't know, like catastrophe or annihilation. And he slowly starts moving towards you. He makes it about halfway through the room, leaving a giant hole. At this point, Rezik, Skid, and Cornelia, you can feel this force starting to pull you towards this orb. And it does seem like it's causing him some kind of strain and concentration to hold this. But as he pushes forward, it seems like everything, including the very light of the room, seems to be getting sucked into this orb and destroyed. He continues walking forward. Rezik.
Gotcha. I think Cornelia's out of the room, right? They're like in the hallway. Pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So just Skid and Rezik in the room.
Okay. I am... this is bad. I am gonna... Let's see.
And for you those who don't
seeing
know,
this-
Rezik got transformed into a dragon. He got polymorphed permanently into a dragon. So
Permanently.
Rezik is in a dragon form, seemingly permanent.
Permadragon.
Okay. I am going to try to move out of the room. I think we were against the door, like talking. So I'm gonna try to can I move Skid out of the room as well with me as I go?
Sure, yeah. If you're, yeah, you could grab Skid, and as long as Skid allows you to
I
pull them out of
let
the room.
you. Yeah.
If you let me.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
so you you rush out of the
giant
room.
black hole coming towards us, so you probably should leave.
Knowing that the last time you guys got into a battle and you couldn't see and you were fighting a giant bony scorpion-style mosquito creature, Skid was just in the middle and had to be pulled from the front lines in order to make a thing. So knowing that going into this, you gently guide Skid from the room that is being sucked into a.
Me out.
Yeah. And Skid, you are a hairling? What is it called?
Harengon.
Harengon. A
rabbit person.
rabbit
Harengon
demi-human.
again.
Nice.
Thank you.
That was solid.
Nice. Thank you.
I really like that one.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'll just kind of guide them out of the room, and then I'm gonna close the door behind us and use Arcane Lock to magically lock it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, so the door shuts and what does the arcane lock look like when you cast that on it?
The wall disintegrates, the door stays.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, basically, I take out some like rounded up gold dust, and I just sprinkle it on the doorknob, and you just see like kind of this like arcane sigil kind of form around the doorknob and like kind of solidify on it, and now the door is like magically locked.
Okay. So that happens. You're pulled out. You guys are now in this hallway. The you can hear and feel the crackling energies of the fabric of the material plane being destroyed as this night continues to move forward. Skid, you're now in the hallway. To the south is that doorway to the room. Around the corner is the lava that had dried up and blocked the hallway. And to the north, there's a big pile of rubble where you had knocked the ceiling down. There is still a way you could kind of, if you really squeezed through, you could kind of make it through the rubble because you could only see like a little bit, over it. What are you doing?
Well, heck, we're really trying to get to the death room, right?
Well, yeah, it's been like a month, so just a reminder to the group, you guys had kind of planned to possibly try to like make your way downstairs and then go up from downstairs into, because there's kind of like a big hole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Death room that goes down. We're trying to like go up there and grab the thing from there.
I just to remind you, I can dimension Dora myself to the tooth and fall. Like it's metal, right? It's not a rope. It's like a metal chain.
Yeah, 'cause it was hanging. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was,
so
I don't
like,
know if it was magic or not, but it was metal chain.
Cause like, I can zip up there, but if I can cut it, I'm willing to just fall down the hole
And we'll catch you
with
then.
it and
Okay,
take
so
fall damage or
then the
whatever.
plan is still to go downstairs.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Okay, well then, are we just gonna like? We're just gonna hopefully lose this night and not deal with him. We're just
Well,
gonna hopefully.
It's that, or we try to lure him into the death room and maybe he takes the guy in there with him, but that
Yeah.
could be a problem
We
for a
tried
number
that.
of reasons.
Maybe it's
Yeah, we
like the
tried
other
that.
one where it
He
doesn't
was too
change
smart.
levels. It might stay on this level and there will be
Yeah.
another one below us, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lead the
Yeah,
way.
I'm gonna use all my potential movement to move towards going downstairs.
Okay, so you're gonna try and squeeze through the rubble. Roll
Yeah,
me a acrobatics.
I'll use, instead of trying to squeeze through the rubble, I'll try to move it for everyone else to get through more easily.
Okay.
I use my
Yeah, roll
action
me
to like
an
clear it. Like-
athletics check.
Yeah.
How much
Yeah.
are we going to have to move? Oh, I'll wait, actually. Sorry.
I mean, the whole ceiling kind of toppled in, so it's a good bit. But I mean, if you were had the prowess, you could probably just take a giant chunk and make it at least easier for people to move through.
23.
23,
Nice.
yeah. So Skid, you
Okay.
managed. You take your action. You managed to just pull enough rubble to the side to make a sizable gap. None of you are very big, anyway. So
We have a dragon?
I know, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
it's
Looking
a
at it.
Paquito dragon right now.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a wormling.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, Skid, you do that. You clear the pathway.
Yeah.
To the north.
Yep, and then I move. Trying to get
Okay,
downstairs.
so you move. You go up, and immediately the donut crooks to the east, and you go down the hallway, and there's that big wall full of paintings, and all of these paintings are screaming and moaning. There's chatter and excitement, but also fear in the voices of the hundreds of different paintings and murals on the wall. As you kind of run to the east, you can hear in that room to the south of you the crackling of that annihilation sphere. Cornelia. Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh, just for my bonus, can I like, as I'm running, can I? Oi! Why are you cheering? The paintings.
Roll me a charisma check.
11.
Yeah, it seems to be some giant commotion. They all seem to be panicked and in this really deep state of fear and terror, and none of them kind of hear you necessarily over the shouting and commotion that's going on. Cornelia, what are you doing?
I will run that way as well.
Okay, so you jump over the rubble and cut.
Yeah. Can I make my movement and my bonus action and get there? I kind of want to, if possible, can we see if the door is open where that guy ran into the other side of the room? Did he leave the door? It is still
open. He did leave it open.
Can I cast like minor illusion and just put like a wall there or something?
Sure. So you can make it all the way around with your dash. You run up, you run all the way across the hallway, across, you see that room, that marbled, white, beautiful room that was the entryway into the chapel is now covered in this big black stain where presumably this knight had ripped his way from that chapel as the other creatures were stuck inside. You come around and you see that doorway and you cast minor illusion, which totally makes that doorway seem like a closed up wall.
All right.
Trust.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. You're invisible.
And I'm gonna lurk by the death door and just wait. Just like try, and like I'm gonna try, if he comes towards me, move out of the way. But
okay, you go south, and
I guess
and you
I guess I can come with you and dimension door myself up. I was gonna do it from.
You're splitting the party.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Okay, so you're going north.
Gonna stand still, be invisible.
Guys, let her do what she wants to do.
Do it. No, go.
Kate, stop playing her character.
I know. Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I'm very time-based. Kid doesn't mess around like Pup did.
Let her do it.
No, I was being dumb and not thinking that I could do it from the bottom as well.
Your whole reality is crashing down in front of you. So who thinks straight in those conditions?
Who thinks?
Yeah. So you run.
Okay, I'll run.
North?
Well, as yes, and I'll cast because command for me is I think a bonus action. So I'll try cast before I go invisible. I'll cast command and try and yell freeze at him, and then I'll go invisible.
Hard to tell. Oh, you have to see him though. The door is closed and locked now.
Who closed? Oh.
Rezik had arcane locked the door.
God damn it.
Unfortunately.
He just zap it with his black hole hand. Okay,
yes,
whatever.
Let's leave the door open for the knight with the giant black hole. You're right. I'm so sorry.
Because he's not gonna just black hole through the door.
And you guys hear them arguing about this as you start to hear the wall to your right, Trust, as you're arguing with Rezik. This wall starts to shake and dust starts to fall from the ceiling.
Good. Oh, you're frustrating me! And I'll turn invisible and run to the rubble.
Okay, you jump over the rubble, and you turn the corner, and you hear that giant commotion of screaming portraits. Immediately, Kelwise.
Same. Dash action. I'll go up north through the rubble, following everyone else who's gone.
As that happens, Rezik, you're standing there in front of that door, and literally the entire wall starts to disintegrate around your door. Now, the door itself stands held by your arcane lock, but you start to see the magics and energies that you cast. They start to disintegrate slowly as behind you see that knight holding the ball of annihilation, moving quicker and quicker towards you. It's only a matter of seconds before that door is also sucked in and you are caught in this orb. What are you doing?
Hold door, and I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna grab a nice size kind of maybe like a this kind of sized like boulder or like rock from the ground from all the debris. I'm gonna grab that and start taking off. And can I get around to the other side with like my full movement of what's the movement again? It's let's see, with the dragon, it's a movement of 30,
if you dash,
so I can go 60 feet.
Yeah, if you dash, you can make it around to the other side.
Oh, dash.
Crap. Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I can do then, I guess.
Trust, Kellwise, you guys, this dragon goes right by you as it runs as fast as it can down the hallway. Immediately, Skid, you start to hear the rubble and that other room breaking apart.
Right.
And actually, Jaymes, because I use my movement and my action to do that, right? So I still have a bonus action. So if anybody is like kind of lagging behind, like whoever's the slowest person, I'm going to tap them and use Misty Step to get them to move 30 feet further than where they were.
What was the rule on that? Was it up?
I have to do it at a higher level, I think, to be able to do on somebody else.
Take somebody with you. Definitely Trust would be the one in the farthest back.
I'm invisible.
Oh, that's right. So Kellwise would be the next one farthest back.
Okay, then yeah, Kellwise for sure. Okay.
Okay. Cool. So
I'm just at the back.
Kellwise, you feel a tap on your shoulder, and then all of a sudden, your eyes just in this misty, silvery glitter, and you're down the hall. You see Cornelia right next to you, and Rezik.
Hello.
You hear her screaming.
We're all dead.
What?
And Skid is running down the hallway. Cornelia, what are you doing?
Keep moving, I assume, right?
Okay, so you come around, you come to the south, past that doorway that you have the minor illusion on, and as you pass that doorway, as you pass that doorway and you see that knight who's holding that ball, his head turns unnaturally 180 degrees and looks directly at you.
I run a little faster.
Okay, you cut the corner to the right. Immediately, you see that golden statue, the gargoyle with a coin, and it offers you the coin as you come around the corner.
Not now.
Okay. Right inside, you see that your friend, the giant, fluffy transportation animal, just sitting there. Loaf with the bodies inside, and in the corner you notice there's your friend and trusty confidant, the doppelganger, staring, eyes kind of dripping, just staring at that gargoyle statue that had moved slowly in the night every time you blinked. Trust.
Hello. Yeah.
You're invisible.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm continuing to run. I'll dash because
you dash around the corner. You run past Rezik and Kellwise and Skid as you make your way to where Cornelia is. And you make it basically into the hallway with the statue. And as you come running around the corner, the statue, pleadingly, now with two hands, offers you this golden coin.
It can see me?
Yes.
Okay. I ignore it.
Okay. Kellwise.
Yep, same thing. I'm gonna keep on running, dashing into this room.
Okay.
With the
you make it
gargoyle guy.
around, and as you pass by that gargoyle,
No.
We know you understand.
suddenly you see that knight with his head turned backwards. The orb disappears, and everything goes silent. So silent that you just can't hear anything as he turns and starts walking towards you, raising his sword. The whole room is encased in pure silence. As he walks towards you, he makes it about to the doorway. Rezik.
Okay, so as he gets to the doorway, everyone's in front of me, right? Or everyone's kind of like near.
Everyone's
where
in
I'm
front
at,
of you,
past
yeah.
The doorway.
Everyone's
Okay.
past you by now.
I'm gonna take that kind of boulder or rock I got from the rubble. I'm gonna toss it in his direction towards the door, and I'm gonna cast enlarge to try to block his way again with another boulder.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. So that you throw that boulder and that big doorway is covered in this massive boulder as you cut around the edge. You guys
All right, let's go,
cut
everyone.
right down. In that room, you see there's Loaf and your doppelganger friend, and all of you kind of just standing there. You guys are running still. That you have that dilapidated stairwell that leads down to the lower level, right there in front of you still. What are you guys doing as a group?
Do we need Loaf to follow us? Is the bad guy gonna zap him into nothing?
Might be a good idea.
Come on, Loaf! Come on!
You guys just want to get in him?
Yeah!
And Loaf just kind of.
Right, love. We're getting in you now.
Okay, so you guys all jump into Loaf, and Loaf now his whole body just kind of this bulbous midsection, and his feet kind of don't fully touch the ground, his middle legs, and so he just kind of starts waddling along the ground. He kind of looks like a mop itself, just like or like a one of those Roombas with the little like things just kind of skittering down the ground. He gets to the stairwell and it just starts kind of down the stairwell until he gets to the broken bit and then falls over. You guys all go toppling about 10 feet, fall onto the ground, smashed up into a ball, and you see Loaf's legs not touching the ground, just kind of flailing about as he's kind of just pinned by your weight.
Oh, he doesn't know how
Should
to
we make it to the bottom?
extra weight.
Yeah, we should get out.
Okay, that was fun while it lasted.
And you know, you guys managed to get Loaf. You guys don't have to get fully out, but you guys kind of rock a little bit, and as you guys are moving and you rock, Loaf kind of flaps back onto his feet, and then starts skittering again, just kind of like a little mop forward. Where are you guys going?
Where the
Someone have to-
fletchlings are?
Does someone have to drive Loaf, or does he just know, like, intuitively
Well,
where?
it seems like Loaf is just kind of moving in a direction,
Yeah.
and so he just starts heading
Is this
south.
like the
There's that
Harry
big
Potter
hallway.
bus where like if he squeezes his body, we can like fit through certain parts
Squeeze with him?
easier, or like.
Possibly.
Only one way to find
But
out.
Loaf goes waddling, and you guys had to remember Loaf couldn't make it through that hallway, so he's not super. He can expand out, but he can't get very, very tight. Because you had left him in that room just because the hallway was too tight, and he just kept getting his head stuck in the hallway and just kind of stuck. Kept trying, and so this hallway you're running through is that 10-foot wide hallway. You guys are running south, or skittering south as he's running south. And you get to the corner. You guys take a right down that other hallway, heading towards that room filled with the gorlings or the fleshlings
bloodlings, whatever they were, you guys make it into that room with that first screaming, angry, what looked like a golem made of layers and layers of human flesh just kind of sewn together. And you go into that waiting room just before the room that Kelwise and Skid had been in. You open this door and there's just this big, huge open hole where the bodies had been falling and splatting underground. The little bloodlings all on the floor just kind of feasting on these bodies. So you guys are like right outside that door.
Lovely.
Should we torch them?
You've got it. Should I go?
Maybe we'll throw in some bait and then they'll just like...
Well, what if there's like alive people in there? I mean, I know it's a very unlikely chance, but maybe we should have more discretion.
Okay, do we hear any screaming?
I
no
listen
screaming.
hard.
Nope.
I don't
nobody's
hear
alive.
anything.
Do we hear any help me?
No one talking on the other side of the door.
Well, maybe we go in the door and be prepared to torch everything, or just stomp on them, because I remember they were pretty squishy.
Oh.
Sure, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe lead the way, Rezik.
I'm gonna put on some extra layers of
Yep.
socks so it has like a harder time munching through my things.
Maybe.
Okay. So yeah, I'll approach the door and I will open it very slowly and kind of peek through a little bit.
Okay. You peek through and you see that big pool of blood on the ground kind of churning, almost churning up and then coming down and eating itself back and forth, popping. There's a distinct odor in this room. The bones kind of just scattered around, waiting for those small little blob creatures to come and just remove the bones and put them in that other room that you had seen where they store them all.
I never wanted to come back here.
Did
All right.
Kelwise try manipulating blood? I don't remember.
I have not. No.
I think
haven't
you
tried
have
that.
before, and blood was not enough water.
Not a blood
sounds right.
bender. Has to be a full moon.
Yeah. Maybe if we like water down the blood, and then it could be like kind of like a little bit more of a mixture. That'll make it a little bit easier for you, Kelwise.
Maybe.
Do you think
Okay.
it doesn't like fire? Because we could do fire too.
I remember
Or
they
we
liked
could just-
they liked
Or you could just try to distract him and be hitting him and hurting, like killing him or something.
yeah, I
I'm
think
not
our job
really
will be
want to, but
yeah,
did
I know.
kill my family, so this is
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
bit
no,
of
these are-
revenge. I kind of
Yeah.
like this. One time.
Yeah, I think that's fair. These are kind of like little guys that just like love to like consume people. So I think
yeah.
you're fine.
I was also
This
locked in
time.
there in like a bag for who knows how long.
Yeah, so our job will be to distract them, and then Trust's job will be
These
getting
three
up-
can go.
Yeah. Yes.
That's
Okay.
great.
I can bring one creature of my size or smaller with me if anyone else wants to come
To up above.
to the tooth and to try and chop it down as fast as possible and fall down the hole.
I nominate the one with the cape.
Ooh, I like that.
I wouldn't have any way to chop it. Are you gonna melt fire?
Yeah, I was gonna try heat metal.
Okay, maybe
Hmm.
we'll go up there and I'll check for magic, and then if it looks like it's good, you can do the melty thing, and then we'll drop.
Yes, and I think also like if you need to make us invisible again after I cast the spell or something, that could work too.
I can do one person only.
Oh, all right.
Well, I can do whoever's carrying, so I can cast you, and if you're carrying me. Maybe.
Yeah, it's a Cornelia Trust piggyback situation.
A Spidey back.
Spidey back. Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting. I'm a
Well.
spider butt.
It's weird. You have 8 legs now, and you keep forgetting about them.
Just feels so natural. All right. Well, we doing this?
We sure are.
So we're going in, smashing bloodlanes. Oh, so I'm gonna get on your back now. We're gonna go straight there while they distract him. Okay.
Hop on.
Oh, you're so hairy.
What?
That's
Oh.
tickling me.
Yeah, should we go in and just start smashing away, or should we kind of like maybe try to sneak around for as long as we can, and then if they see us, start smashing away?
Well, that opening on the door and then the ceiling, that wide opening, directly below it is a large pile of blood that's just kind of popping around. And this room isn't terribly large. It's a maybe 30 by 20 foot room, and the puddle itself is maybe, it nearly takes up 3/4 of the room.
Okay, so we should probably just start smashing away.
I think so.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And then Jaymes, I think when we fought these guys the last time, they liked electricity, or am I remembering incorrectly? I think like someone used an electric spell or something and they liked it.
I don't think there was anything on that front with electricity or not, but
Okay.
they did start turning into a giant wave and start chasing you down the hallway.
I think that was the weird fleshy thing in the other room.
Oh, right, yes. That
It
was the
was
weird
the
guy.
fleshy
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Rezik,
Wrong flesh thing.
in the past, you've taken stains out of clothing with Presto. You've said like Presto, and the stains have gone away. Isn't that just like a really big stain in the middle of the room? Could you just like Presto?
Well, Kellwise, this is actually more of a cantrip. It's more meant for smaller things, like little, stains on your shirt to clean up little messes, not for, a giant puddle like that, unfortunately.
But like, okay, so you're telling me if I were to like take my shirt off and throw my shirt in the puddle of blood, you couldn't just like Presto the blood out of the shirt, like over and over?
Maybe it would, take a while, probably, but I could try.
Okay. Just thinking out loud.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, yeah.
Are we going?
I think we go.
Yes. we're
Ready
definitely
is
going.
all ever
Okay.
be.
Okay, cool. You want to go in first? Dragon Boy, and then I'll go follow after.
You've got it. All right. And
And
I go, and
Lots
a
of
1,
words.
and a 2, and I open the door. And I like launch off this fire into the little
Okay.
guys.
How much damage does it do?
Okay, let's see. Sorry, it's been
100 points of fire damage.
100 million, I think, was with the bonuses. Yeah.
As the
Million.
fire starts to shoot into the room, you start to hear these crying screeches, these distant, almost sounding screeches as the blood itself starts to boil and burn, and the smell immediately hits your nostrils of just this. Yes, very barbecue, but also decay. Like burnt decay, the smell of a battlefield that has been set on fire.
So yeah, I will do that, and then I'm going to. I'm sorry, it was 32 damage.
32 damage. Okay. And the pool itself on fire starts to screech, and like you start to see faces come out of the puddle, screech, be burned away as this puddle seems to be just completely agitated right now, but concentrated on all the flames that are still burning in this room. You guys bust in. This puddle is like starting to like grow almost as the fire is burning it, but you definitely see pieces of like burnt sinew and flesh just kind of messed up in the room, the bones singed and charred. Above you is that large 10 to 15 foot tube that seems to go straight up into darkness. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, no, I'll just by the way, I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna move all the way into the room and just kind of like try to defend them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do the
we'll
same. I'm in
establish
there
a perimeter. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't forget, I'm not technically invisible, so I'm just like floating.
I
on
won't
the
be.
invisible spider.
As soon as I cast it out, I won't be invisible anymore. So. But
Okay,
yeah.
so you guys get into the room. It seems like the puddle is busy
right now, just pained screams, screeches of what sounds like people being skinned alive, just screeching through this popping pustule of blood that's now emitting this like odor as if you were at a crematorium of sorts. It seems to be completely focused on that for now. It's not attacking you guys or anything like that.
Okay.
What are you guys doing?
I cast Dimension Door to land us like on the tooth, like sitting on the tooth, swinging on the chain.
So where are you casting Dimension Door?
To on top of the tooth. What do you mean?
You teleport yourself like
I'm talking about the origin, the origin location for the spell. Like where do they cast the spell
desired.
And right
place,
before she takes.
Can be placed to see, or one you can visualize, or one you can describe. By. Okay.
Detect magic before.
So you're taking Cornelia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And,
okay.
Who has specifically described to us what the tooth looks like? The swinging, hanging.
You
tooth.
guys. You're now hanging from a tooth that is on a rusted chain hanging from the ceiling.
I was wanting to cast either now or if I could have done it before, detect magic because it lasts like 10 minutes. So is it glowing? If I have to cast it now, that's fine.
Sure. We can say you cast. We can say you cast it. Sure.
It's fine if I have to do it now.
No. That's fine. So you cast detect magic in this room. Funny enough, nothing in here seems to be glowing with any kind of magical light. Not the tooth, not the chain, other than your own armaments.
It's not magic, trust.
Okay. I cast heat. I cast heat metal on the chain.
Okay, you cast heat metal. It starts to heat up. Meanwhile, Rezik, Skid, Kelwise, what are you guys doing? You're
Does
in a
it
room
matter what I roll for that, or?
Well, it automatically
I
you roll damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Do I need to roll damage for that?
Yes. Kelwise, Rezik, Skid, you guys are at the bottom. You see that puddle of blood starts to grow and it starts to coat the walls as if it's starting to rise up and coat this whole room. What are you guys doing?
Did it seem to hate the fire?
I mean, as much as anyone hates being set on fire, it doesn't seem to like hate it, or it didn't seem to have any particular vulnerability or resistance to fire, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. I'm gonna look at you guys and just say, do you have any oil? Throw the oil if you have any.
That's a great question. Do I have any?
I got the hammer.
Like, lantern oil or whatever, what have you.
Do I hear that up from
oil.
where I am?
No. Trust, you and Cornelia don't hear anything. It's completely silent except for the creaking of that.
I got a 20 for damage, by the way.
Ooh,
Okay.
Nice.
20.
We have a whole bunch of lamp oil on our ship, so I have to imagine I have at least some lamp oil. So I would add my probably one pouch of lamp oil to the fire.
One pouch.
Yeah, I don't know, however much. One flagon.
Wow.
But I also want to shoot. I have an electric arrow, and I want to shoot my electric arrow into this pile of blood as well.
Yes, let's see what that does.
Sure.
Good to do. That's 18 plus 7 to hit, so I imagine I hit it.
You do.
And
25
that's
pretty good.
It's okay.
It's not a bad roll. Yeah.
That's
Good job.
10,
A little mid, but
10 points of damage plus electricity.
Yeah. How much electricity does it do?
I have no idea.
1d8, I think it's 1d8.
Sure, let's go with that. 10 plus 1, Fantastic. That's good.
Great. So you hit this thing, electricity starts to spread through it. You hear another scream, and that spreading blood starts to get smaller and smaller, as if the damage itself, as if the blood, the whole puddle itself is a living being, and it's recoiling in pain from this arrow.
Blood, like water, conducts electricity.
Skid, what are you doing?
Conductor.
I'm gonna smash it.
Okay.
I'm gonna take
Smash
my
it.
hammer and just smash it as hard as I can.
Okay.
I roll to attack.
Yeah.
It's how we play this game. Pretty sure. That is gonna be a 15.
15. That hits.
Lit. Okay, let me get my roll this. Okay.
Hit that blood puddle.
Yeah, I hit it for 15.
15
Ooh.
damage.
That's very nice.
Okay. Again, you hit that thing, and it seems to recoil in pain, and it gets even smaller. Now just a small puddle that's almost vibrating, curled over on itself.
Do I get my second attack here? Like, is this turn order where I get to my 2 attacks?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. I'm gonna slash it again.
Okay.
I'll watch this thing tear apart my family. I rolled a natural 1. I'm too upset. I'm blinded with anger.
It's shrinking at such incredible pace.
So this thing seems to hate physical damage. Is that what I'm getting out of this situation, or is it like just because it seems like every strike has been pretty good?
Hard to tell. Only really been physical attacks with the exception of the electricity, but your fire seemed to really upset them as well.
Right. I am going to just straight up just go up to it
Cornelia.
and also start just like slashing away with my claws. But you can go to Cornelia.
Okay.
It's fine. I'll just assume that I'm doing that.
So roll me 2 attacks.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Cornelia, you entrust. Now hanging from this tooth, the chain starts to light up bright orange, and it's burning hot. You guys hang from this thing, and the only sound is that slight creaking of this chain.
And I'm just waiting for this thing to melt. Can I cast invisibility on Trust, who is holding me?
Sure.
Will Trust stay invisible while she's melting that, since she already casted the spell, or how does that work?
Yeah, as long as she doesn't cast a spell or an attack.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, you
And chill.
cast the invisibility spell. You enchant this magic. You bring it into fruition, and poof, Trust disappears. And at the exact same second, within a flash of the eye, the second your incantation stops, 4 spike-like objects shoot from the walls straight at you, Cornelia.
And I dodge.
Two of them pierce into you, and you feel them stab into you, and then almost as if they're small little mouths with teeth on the insides, they stab into you and just start munching on your insides. The first one deals 15 points of damage. The second one deals 16 points of damage.
Oh, so Mel mentioned dodging. Did that help at all, or the?
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, you can't dodge.
I can't technically do that. But I am gonna
Like
take
a
half
rogue
damage
thing?
on one of those, though.
Okay, yeah, so the
16
16 goes to 8.
All right, cool. Well, not cool, but
Oh, yeah, do you not have
Don't you have like a
uncanny
thing that
dodge?
makes it like half for a rogue?
That's what she used.
Yeah.
She just used it in Uncanny
okay.
Dodge.
yeah.
Okay.
Trust, you go invisible and you see these little things, and you saw one of the spikes shoot out, and it's almost like the tip of the spike opens up into a mouth with hundreds of little round teeth almost in a circle as they start to chomp inside of Cornelia, and then they shoot back into the walls. And as Cornelia, you kind of pull them out of yourself and stop those 2 that have been that were kind of munching on your insides. Also, roll me a Constitution saving throw. They shoot back into the walls, and then you guys hear nothing but this.
Oh man.
As the chain goes silent again.
12.
Still burning up. A 12. You kind of feel a little sickly. You feel sickened, almost as if just the disease and the rot. This place is full of just bodies and death and decay, and there's just so much bacteria and everything in here, making this a gross. You start to feel sickened by this attack.
Into one of them.
And sickened just gives you. Where are you? Where are you? Or I guess it would be just poisoned. You have a disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Oh, damn.
As you feel this disease kind of just churn your stomach. Trust, you're still just hanging on this thing, and as fast as they came out, shoof, they all disappear again. And you're just kind of... And that chain, while it's white hot, it's going to take quite a while to cut through with just the heat alone.
Even though I can use bonus action to cause the damage again? Is that considered casting
as you're
a spell?
causing damage, it is chewing through this chain, but just very slowly.
Okay. No. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
Oh, gee, Rick.
But she just made me invisible. I don't want to waste it by casting something. I'll whisper. Oh yeah. Are you okay? Do you need to kill wounds? Do you need anything? What's going on?
No.
And you whisper
going.
that out. Trust.
No.
4 mouth-like tendrils shoot out. And with disadvantage, seemingly invisible, they all seem to miss their target just barely. As you stand kind of contorted, you stand with like 4 of these things kind of going all around.
They weren't expecting a spider.
And they slowly go back into the walls. Meanwhile, Kelwise, Rezik,
Wait.
Skid.
So it doesn't make a difference if my damage gets done as a bonus action every time. That like won't move things along faster, is what you're saying?
Well, no, you're doing it every round. You
Okay.
are moving along
Okay,
at the
gotcha.
speed that like heat metal would. You are doing every round. It's getting more and more and more damage.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you have to roll for damage, right? Sorry, that's what I missed.
Yeah.
Yes, roll for damage. Meanwhile, Rezik, Skid, Kelwise, downstairs. You guys are around this big, this now much smaller blood pile, and it's now condensed into what looks like a small fist-sized ball. Rezik is clawing at it. Kelwise, what are you doing?
It's a fist-sized ball. That's it.
Yeah,
Just
it was a
fist-sized?
massive puddle, and now you've basically beaten it into this small fist-sized ball.
Well, normally I'd want to go step on it, but I think being cautious, I'll fire a couple more arrows at it. So I'll
Okay.
just take aim.
Rezik, what were your attacks? You did 2 claw attacks?
Yeah, so I got a 14 and a 17 for the attacks.
Okay, both hit. And tell me the damage. And Kelwise, roll your attack as well.
What's the DC on this? Or sorry, there was a 12. My first attack was a 12.
Okay, that hits.
That hits. Okay.
All right, so I launch these vicious attacks. My vicious dragon claws dig into this thing, and it's doing 16 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
And also, because my claws are so hot, it takes 8 points of fire damage as well.
Oh, all right.
Oh. I just smash it a lot.
Yeah.
My first hit was 11 damage.
Teamwork.
Okay.
My second hit is a 9. Does a 9 hit?
9 does not hit.
Nine doesn't hit.
Unfortunately, with Rezik and
Very
Skid
small.
also right in there, it's tough. You're trying not to hit them. So unfortunately, you can't hit it.
Skid, you start to see this thing even smaller now after this next arrow, maybe the size of a golf ball. It's vibrating violently, and there's a small little wisp of steam coming out of it. It's very, very, very small now.
Yeah.
Got an arrow sticking out of it.
My first hit was a 24.
24 hits.
Great. And that does 12 damage.
The thing explodes all over Skid and
This is for my family!
Both of you guys roll me a Constitution saving throw. Kelwise, you're kind of out of the room, so you're Kelwise, roll me a Dexterity saving throw, actually, to see if you can kind of like turn around the room.
Got a 14.
14.
A 10.
A 10. Kelwise, you can you manage, like, you get a little bit of blood on you, just like on your boots and such, as you kind of jump to the side. This thing explodes. Rezik and Skid, you start to feel inside just kind of this sickly feeling.
Rezik, presto yourself.
Skid and Rezik, both of you guys roll me a d6.
This is why I don't like fighting. Oh,
Yeah, 5.
I rolled a 2.
5 and a 2. Rezik, your body starts to shake, almost as if you're having like tremors or seizures from in yourself as you start to cough. Your body just every once in a while has these like involuntary seizures. You have disadvantage on dexterity checks, dexterity saving throws, and attack rolls that use dexterity.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Just all dex stuff.
Skid,
Oh.
you start to feel this fever. Your head starts to get hot, and you start to like sweat on your forehead, but you're sweating these little black droplets that feel like they're filled with just dirt and grime. And you feel hot. You have disadvantage on stealth checks, strength saving throws, and attack rolls that use strength.
It's the worst possible thing for me.
It's the worst possible thing for you.
Meanwhile, Cornelia, Trust, you guys are on this hanging platform now, and it's just kind of.
Yep. Yep. I'm just
Still heating up. How much damage did you do the last heat attack?
13.
13. Okay. Cornelia, Trust, what are you guys doing? I know, Trust, you're gonna do another round.
Very
bonus action.
quiet, I guess.
Okay.
Am I invisible?
Roll your damage dice. I think Trust is invisible. I don't think you're invisible.
Well,
Okay.
Are you sure?
I wasn't sure because I also got hit, so I think that makes me visible, right? Once someone hits me, or
No.
No,
You attack.
Only if
Only
you
if
fail
you
a
attack.
concentration check. A 9 damage.
9, yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta roll a
Worse and
concentration
worse.
check.
This chain, while melted through, seems about almost halfway melted through at this point. It still feels like it's going to take at least another maybe minute to really gnaw away at this thing. As you guys are just kind of hanging in this room, you start to notice something, Trust and Cornelia. As you start to look around, you notice there's like a layer on the walls, like almost a shimmering quality layer of something on the walls, like a goo of sorts.
I'm gonna not think about it too hard and keep holding on and being quiet.
Okay.
yes.
Roll me a
and
stealth check with advantage, Trust.
Okay. Where is that? Okay, over here.
Would I know if I held Gust of Wind? If I cast it, would it make us
Natural
rock, or-
20 plus 2.
Nice.
And then the other roll was a 17. So that's two things that are not like how I usually roll.
Gust of wind, Cornelia, usually comes from you.
So
Yeah, it does.
So it would not necessarily blow back on you, but blowing the gust of wind this way, it's magical. It doesn't really have a counter force.
I mean, it is a gust of wind blasting from you. I would think that you would have like some kind of counter force that would rock you back, but it is magic, so like, I'm gonna rule that it doesn't.
Okay, yay. I am just going to hold my action for if any of those things come at us again. I'm just going to shoot them back, those little spikes, and just hang out and try to protect Trust, basically.
That's the win. Okay, roll me a stealth.
With advantage or no?
With advantage.
25.
25. Okay. You guys just kind of hang as the heat metal continues. Seemingly nothing comes to attack you. Meanwhile, Rezik and Skid, now feeling disease come over you.
Okay.
Like, have you guys ever seen anything like this? Is this supposed to be coming out my face?
Nope. That doesn't seem right.
Right.
Definitely not.
Why you don't feel so good?
Okay, wait.
Maybe
I can help you. Which one of you is feeling worse?
help Skid for sure.
Oh, go ahead. No, help the big dragon. No, help Rezik. He's
Skid,
probably.
You've got black stuff coming out of your face. That can't be good.
It could just be dirt. Oh, you don't. Okay, please help me. Yeah.
Yeah,
please.
I'll cast Lesser Restoration on Skid. I will throw Rezik a pair of pants that I had in my backpack and tell him, can you just like dab? Maybe just like try dabbing all the blood off, and then maybe that will help. I don't know. I would touch it, but I feel like it would just pass it to me.
Yeah, no, I think this is possible.
You cast.
Sorry, I got your snot on your pants.
Lesser Restoration on Skid, and immediately, Skid, you start to feel this virus, this contagion inside of you start to well up in your throat as this like pustule of black blood comes out of your mouth, hits the ground, and starts to sizzle into the ground as you start to feel your fever fade.
That looks bad.
That was disgusting. I never.
Are you okay?
Disgusting. I'm better. But let this be known, the one time that I wanted to fight, I got sick and threw that up.
That has no connection at all to what's happening here. Yeah, that's totally disconnected. You know, you're putting things together, you know, in your own mind, right, to kind of make you feel better about what's going on. And that's not actually true. You know, it's just
Okay, maybe it's just the fever. Your fever talking now. La la la. Can you make him feel better?
I don't feel good. I'll be fine.
I can't this turn, but I can next turn. Actually, while I'm in this room, can I look up? Do I see a glowing metal piece of chain like above me somewhere? Do we have direct line of sight? Okay, cool.
You do not. You just see a long tube of black above you.
Long tube of black. Fantastic.
By the way, so how wide is this like hole?
It's about 15 feet ish.
15 feet? Okay,
in
that's
the
not bad.
Diameter.
All right.
Yeah, it's a pretty large hole. Meanwhile, Trust, Cornelia. Hanging. Roll me some more damage. Trust. If you guys are doing anything, let me know. If not, both of you guys roll a stealth check.
I forgot I actually get disadvantage, so I guess I'll just get regular.
Okay.
Because you said on ability checks or whatever.
18 for my damage.
18 damage.
And then do I get another? I get stealth with advantage again because invisible.
Yes.
Well, plus 10. So I get a 19.
Oh, okay.
And we're back to regular rolls. I got a 10.
A 10.
Okay, all right.
More of those darts come shooting out. Those long, they're almost tendrils of like spiked steel come flying out at you, Trust.
Cool.
Casting gust of wind if I see them.
So they come out from other different directions. You cast Gust of Wind, which has a verbal component.
A line of strong wind 60 feet, 10 wise blast from you in a direction. Which way are you shooting this? So you're hanging on a chain on this this kind of it's like a cone shape that comes out of you. So you can either go like outwards away towards the wall, and these things are coming from different sides. So you could maybe like push 2 of them off if they happen to fail. But are you shooting it out? Are you shooting it down? Are you shooting it upward? Which direction? Let me see.
Wherever I see them.
Okay, yeah. Because you guys are hanging on this little thing here, right?
Yeah.
And there's a big, huge hole beneath you, about 15 feet, about the same. And these things are coming from all over the place.
Well, it sounds like they're gonna come again anyways, so it doesn't matter where I shoot them. Just wherever there's more coming at us, because it sounds like.
Well, I just want to know, like, are you shooting it towards the ceiling because that's where the chain is? Or are you shooting it trying to avoid the chain entirely? I guess that's my question.
Oh, I see. I was not trying to rock us more, so I'm trying to do,
Okay.
yeah, not toward the chain at all.
Okay, so you shoot it in one direction, and as you cast this spell, the verbal component leaves, more tendrils come shooting out of the walls. You manage to block 2 of each set, which total of 4 tendrils, but 2 attack each of you at the same time. Trust, what's your AC?
15.
2 tendrils hit Trust. And Cornelia, what's yours?
Get plus more 17.
17. Only 1 hits you, Cornelia.
That's nice.
Cornelia, you take 17 damage from the first attack. Trust, 2 tear into you. The first one does 9 damage, and the second one does 6 damage. As you feel them cut into you, Trust, start roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Wait, sir. Hellish rebuke.
Ooh, okay. You cast Hellish Rebuke on this creature, and flames shoot out of you, burning all around you, and it seems to hit the walls and spread all around the room.
13 damage.
13. Okay. You start to hear from deep within that hole below you. You hear almost like a clacking sound.
Oh, I needed to roll Constitution. Sorry.
Like a coming from below you.
I got a 13 on my con.
13. You also start to feel poisoned.
Ew.
Just sickened by this thing. Meanwhile, Rezik, Cowwise, Skid. You guys are in this room now covered in filth and blood and disgust. Cowwise, are you rolling? You're doing Lesser Restoration?
Yeah, we gotta have Rezik feeling good too. So I'll cast Lesser Restoration on you as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Rezik, those tremors stop immediately. What are you guys doing?
And I'll back up in case he throws up a hunk of blood from his mouth as well.
Funny enough, Rezik just doesn't. It seems to just fade from his body. Maybe like a ghostly apparition. The seizures fade from him.
I think it's because I did the final blow is why it went inside of this.
I'm gonna head up there to try to help them out. Do you guys want to go with me, or do you want to just stay down here?
Yeah.
Or
You have a way to communicate with them without having to go all the way up there?
We have never ever figured that out, which is really stupid of us not to do that.
Right. If there's only a way they could communicate, letting us know what's going on.
Oh yeah. Well, they do have I think one of them has the ring, but it only goes one way, which is also like the stupidest. Like it doesn't help us in any way, really. It's just like I can just hear them and they're like in danger, and like I can't go help them, well, I can go help them, but they can't help. Anyway.
Yeah. Would it not come down to us if they were in danger?
I think they would. I think we'd probably hear screaming if there was a problem.
And what's the likelihood that the knight would be coming down here to come get us in this room? Or this dude just comes back to life because I just threw him up?
Also pretty good. Yeah, actually, can I, Rezik, give me those pants back, and I'm going to take the pants and throw them on the spit from Skid's mouth.
Okay.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Good thinking. Yep.
If you want to go up, you should, but
Yeah,
I think
I'm
we should stay down here to the door.
Because they really have only one way to get out anyway, so like if they start dropping down, I can probably just grab them on the way up if they go down, so...
I said go through the room, because something crazy happens.
That's also possible. You're very, very smart. You think of all the different angles and stuff. It's very...
No,
okay, I should go. I should
There's
go. I
lots of
should go.
books in my time. Okay.
Okay, Rezik, you're flying up.
As they're finishing that sentence, their residence leaves.
Okay.
Middle.
You're flying straight up, Rezik?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, you start to fly. What's your fly speed?
Fly speed. Fly speed is, let's see here. For the wormling, it is 60 feet.
60 feet. So you get about 50 feet up, and then you see that there's just this barrier. This bumpy, lumped barrier that almost seems like it's made of flesh folded in on itself, just completely covering the entire shaft.
And I do have dark sight and blind sight. Can I see any way through it all, through that barrier, or is it completely
It looks like it's
solid?
just folded pieces of flesh and muscle just kind of folded in on itself. It doesn't seem like there's any way necessarily through it. But it does kind of give you the instinct that there might be a way to like
a small gap that I can see through it all.
There's no gap whatsoever, but it does kind of feel like it's made of muscle, so it's meant to move, and stuff did come through it, so there might be a way to open it or of some sort. Hard to tell.
I am afraid of waking the beast if I do anything to this hole. I'm just gonna kind of survey the area for a while. If I hear anything crazy, I'll start making moves. But I'm just gonna kind of hold for now. I don't want to freak this thing out in the middle of this. So yeah.
Skid, Kelwise, you guys doing anything else?
I would maybe position myself in a way where if someone were to come through the door into this room, I wouldn't immediately be seen.
Okay, so you kind of tuck yourself behind the crook of the door.
Yeah. I'll do the same on the other side and hold an attack if anyone does come through.
Okay, sounds good. Cornelia, trust. The chain is looking pretty thin at this point. What are you guys doing?
Being quiet.
Yeah.
Okay. Both of you guys roll me a stealth check. Now, just both regular at this point because they are... Actually, you guys both have concentration spells too, right? Both of you guys rolled me a concentration check since you were hit last round.
15 for the damage.
For stealth?
Yeah.
Oh, for the damage. Okay.
So my stealth, I have 16. And then you said a concentration check. Is that just a D20?
It's a constitution saving throw.
Oh, I see.
My constitution saving throw.
13.
Oh, wait. It's a 9. 12.
13?
My constitution saving throw.
Okay, so you both maintain concentration.
Stealth is 4. God damn it.
Can I hold a dodge?
You can dodge, yeah.
All right.
So you hold a dodge. Cornelia, nothing comes at you, but unfortunately, Trust, one of your legs kind of slides down this thing, and it kind of makes this just very, I mean, it would be almost imperceptible, except this room is just absolutely quiet, with the exception of that creaking, almost rhythmic creaking sound as you slide down just a bit and 4 of those tendrils come flying at you.
Sure, why wouldn't they?
Oh my god. I rolled 3 2s and a 4. So none of them hit you. Again, you spider your way sideways and they just kind of
fly all around you and then slowly move back. This chain is it's on its last leg. The piece that you've been heating is starting to melt, and the link itself is starting to bend under your weight. It hasn't broken yet, but it probably will break in maybe one more round.
Great.
Kelwise, Rezik, Skid, Rezik, you're there. This thing is closed. What are you doing? Just still surveying?
Can I go up to like where this like weird skin flappy barrier is, and just use the very tip of my tail and just try to like tickle it a little bit maybe, and hope maybe it will kind of move a little bit.
So you tickle it, and in like waves, this thing kind of flutters a little bit.
Is there any little like holes I can see?
There aren't any holes, no.
Oh, but it's ticklish.
God.
So
It's ticklish. Okay. Okay. You know what? Should I do this? I don't want to fuck them up. But the barrier's in their way though if they fall down, so I have to open this thing eventually. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to like tickle it a little bit more and just try to like really just go as lightly as possible to just keep trying to mess with this thing to make it like hopefully it like opens a little bit.
Yeah, and the more you agitate it, the more it kind of almost reacts, but it doesn't open at all. It just kind of.
I'll keep
moves.
I'll keep playing with the hole for a while.
Kelwise, Skid, what are you guys doing?
Bless you.
I'm listening to the doorway to see if anything seems like they're coming toward us. So that's primarily what I'm doing, and hoping that everyone's all right.
Okay, Skid.
Same thing.
Okay, Cornelia, Trust, you guys. The metal starts to give, and very quickly this thing breaks off, and you both start to fall in free fall. What are you doing?
Hold on.
Okay. You guys hold on.
Can I see anything below us? Because you have dark vision too, right, Triss? I don't know if it's
below you. Unfortunately, it just seems like a long shaft, and it goes into darkness for now.
Okay.
So you guys are just holding on?
Yeah.
Oof, this thing starts to fall deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and you start to see the brick layered walls start turning into this like dark red, kind of wavy, almost flesh-like substances, and all of a sudden you fall into a huge, what looks like a large cavernous room. As you continue to fall, and you continue to fall, and you continue to fall, and below you, you see this huge vat. And it's hard to tell what it is, but it's this huge vat of some kind of thick liquid that is like popping and almost burning. It's got this very irony, almost acidic smell that fills this whole room. As you guys continue to fall deeper and deeper, what are you guys doing?
Did you say so? There's something blocking the hole. That's the
no. So you're falling into what looks like a giant vat of acid in this huge cavernous space.
Got it. Cool.
We're already in the acid, or where we see the acid coming?
You're falling. You basically have like one quick reaction before you fall into this big pool.
I cast command and I say, open!
And while Tress does that, I'm going to grab her and just hold her up with my cape so we're not going to fall into the stomach acid.
Okay, so you're going to try and just jump off of this thing that's falling.
Essentially, I guess. Yeah.
Or are you trying to like float down slowly, or are you trying to like jump off into a direction?
Can I not hold on to her? Because Trust has
You can hold on to her. What I mean, you have that big chain, the massive chain, like half of it is still attached to this tooth, and the tooth, which is pretty big, is falling down. So it's like very heavy.
I wouldn't be able to hold him up. Okay, that makes sense. Well, shit, man. I guess, yeah, I'm going to try to slow our descent because otherwise we're going to die.
Cornelia, you grab Trust and you eject. As you start to slowly move down, you see that tooth hits this big pool of acid, and the tooth itself stays just fine. It doesn't seem to react at all, but that metal instantly just starts to dissolve and kind of writhe in pain as it starts to dissolve itself into this big pool. Meanwhile, Kelwise, Skid, Rezik, you guys are downstairs. Rezik, you start to kind of flutter this thing more and more and more, and it seems it continues to like move more and more and more. Come on. And it starts to shake, and it starts to shake, and then instantly, in the blink of an eye, it slams open.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And it just opens. There's no acid that falls on me.
No acid that falls on you.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I assumed that was probably like acid above that, so I was like about to get just fucking doused in acid. All right. I'll start heading up then. From this weird.
You jump through, and the second you jump through, the door closes behind you.
Tight.
And you find yourself in this very, very, very tight quarters as it goes up and up and up and quickly turns, and as you land in these tight, like less than 5 foot.
I'm not gonna land if I can. I'm gonna just keep flapping.
It becomes less than 5 foot. It's almost like crawling space through here at this point.
Okay. So the wall, the whole
it goes up
was
and
going
then
up, and now it's
just
turning.
turns. Yes.
Oh, okay. And I'm going through a little space. That's terrifying. Okay. I guess I'll just keep going, and I'm gonna use.
You start to crawl through this space, and you start to be covered in this like thick, almost chummy-like substance as you start to crawl through, and you notice your body starts to steam, and you feel just a slight feel of like an acid that's burning your skin as you start to take acid damage from crawling in here.
Copy that.
3 points of acid damage as you crawl into this.
Okay. Yeah. As I'm going, can I just kind of like just get a little bit of fiery steam out of my nostrils a little bit to see if it reacts to heat at all?
Sure.
If it like expands or it contracts when it gets hot.
Yeah. So you start to heat it up, and it starts to writhe the whole thing around you, and you start to feel it constrict ever so slightly on you.
You don't want to do that. That's bad.
And as you let the heat up, it slowly releases.
Okay. Yep. Cool. Good to know. Let me keep going.
Meanwhile, Cornelia, Trust, you guys are floating down in this big, giant vat of acid. Below you, that tooth is now just kind of floating in this pile, covered in this kind of thickest, viscous liquid. Still in this big, cavernous room.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys doing?
Do we have any poisonous jam?
Did we use it? Or do you guys have it from Pug?
It's gone.
We did use it.
It's gone.
You have normal jam on you from Pug.
It's very likely.
And honey. Y'all got some honey.
There's
Wait,
always
so
honey.
the open command didn't work, is what you're saying?
The opening command, didn't seem to do anything.
Okay. Okay.
Are we still falling?
Yeah, are we still falling?
You guys are still descending, slowly. You basically have like you've bought yourself basically a turn to do something before you hit the
Can we
asset
descend we can't like move our can't Cornelia?
You can
Slide?
move to the sides if you'd like and try and
Can you
like
cast
latch
your
onto the side of the thing.
arcane? Can you cast your thing again? Your door thing?
No.
Ah!
No. I can't.
So I can't turn to the side, and there's somewhere for us to.
It's like a big, almost oval-shaped cavern that you're in, and the bottom is a pit of acid.
So can I go toward the wall and just like dig a knife in to try to like stop us on the wall. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Trust is like the spider leg still too. So if you did motion to the side, you could knife the walls if you'd like as well.
Okay, I will do that. The wall seems safer than the acid.
Okay, so you float over to the wall. Trust, are you grabbing on or are you knifing the wall, Cornelia?
I'll grab on with my
Yeah.
spider
Okay.
legs.
And you guys poof, perch onto the wall, and it's this really soft, fleshy, covered in this like it's so you know what it is. It's so like moist down here. It's very hot and humid, and that acrid smell is just filling your nostrils as you see that tooth just kind of floating around.
So we're not in a room. Like we're not in a room anymore. There's not a door. With like the door we were looking in.
No, you've fallen into what looks like a big cavern, a flesh-walled cavern.
Yeah.
Does it look like, is the lining around the cavern or whatever pretty solid, or does it look like we can cut some rope blue or? Yeah.
The cavern is
Like-
What do you mean, like?
Like, is it completely solid, or does it look thinner somewhere where you can cut through it, or cut it loose
The
off
cavern
the cavern
walls? Are you talking about the tooth?
The stomach, I guess, the lining or whatever it is. The
Stomach? Who said it was a stomach?
Yeah. Gee,
Inside
I
this
wonder.
oval room, it just kind of looks like flesh. Yeah, I mean, it's soft. You could probably easily cut into it.
I would like to drink one of the souls on my belt.
Okay. You
And
drink it, and
I would-
like Popeye,
Just a little soul
you
break.
hear the bell of what sounds like a boxing ring go off.
yeah, I would like to transform into Mega Trust with the big claws and try and rip our way out of this.
yeah, and I'm
Okay,
going to join the ripping.
As you
with
start
my
to
knife.
light up this room, you see something that was hard to see before, a small opening towards the bottom of this oval room, a small, what looks like a small crawlway towards the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to get pooped out. Trust. Are you ready?
I could rip us out.
All right, I'm holding on to you. I got my knife ready to rip too, and I'm gonna cast Booming Blade at the same time whenever Trust attacks.
Okay. You guys are gonna
Yeah.
attack the wall, attack the side, the
Yeah,
lining.
I'm gonna try to just rip out right where we
Okay.
are.
Wherever. Oh, okay.
All at once, you guys both rip into this and start
Hulk
to
smash.
tear. You start to hear this clacking sound that almost vibrates the very bones in your head as these huge, loud clacking sounds. And this huge oval room just starts to churn and shake violently as acid is just thrown all around the room. Trust, you rip through this lining, you tear open, and you look out into a sea of stars.
Wow.
Ah.
Did we pick the wrong way?
Oh no. Do we have to go through the butthole?
That was on the side
Well,
of
it's-
it,
it's-
not the hole that you had pointed out, or where was that? Like where we're hanging on the wall, where we opened
you're
up.
just
to the
you're
stars.
just hanging on like the side of
And that's
one of
where the stars were?
the walls. Yeah, and when you tore through this stomach lining and you ripped it open, you find yourself in almost like an extra dimensional space, and the stars look very familiar. It's that huge tree with the roots and the stars.
Oh.
Kind of, it's as if you're inside that massive room.
Oh, that first room. So not like outside, but we're back in that room.
It seems well not in like the picture you had seen of. You had walked into that one room where you saw souls walking into what looked like just this endless oblivion, and these
right.
massive stars had made a tree. It seems like you guys are inside that space, that limitless space somewhere within all those stars.
What do you think?
We might have to go down.
All right. Okay.
But meanwhile, acid goes flying up. Both of you guys roll me a dexterity save as acid goes flying in there.
Watch out!
What is wrong? Get away from me.
Oh no.
9.
Oh,
9.
15.
15. Cornelia, you managed to dodge the acid, but trust, a big wave of it comes and splashes on your legs, and you take 8 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Rezik, you're in this thing. You're crawling. What are you doing now?
Meanwhile, in the bowels, I am just like, because like the whole place is kind of rocking a little bit now. I'm just like, oh, what's going on, little buddy? Are you okay? Tickle, it's okay. It's fine. Don't get mad. I'm gonna keep going.
So you're just gonna crawl
hopefully
as far as you can.
Just keep going.
Okay, you crawl and crawl and crawl, and this thing it seems long. You take one more point of acid damage as you're crawling, but you do start to hear that jostling of far off of like some kind of like liquid churning in what sounds like a barrel of sorts or something from far off. Cornelia, trust, you guys still clinging to the side, acid churning around in this room. Above you, still that big opening that almost seems like a brick tube. Below you, that small opening that every once in a while acid flows into of sorts, but big enough for you to kind of maybe sneak through and run into.
All right. Oh, this is disgusting.
Let's just dive in.
Let's go.
Okay, you both dive into this opening, and immediately it's small and it's mushy, and you start to feel bumps and bones, and you start to feel your skin burning as you guys start to just crawl through here. And trust, using your newfound strength as super trust, normally this cavern might be too small, or you'd have to really fight your way through this just because it's so tight, but you manage to just kind of hold it open and push these massive muscles, and you start to see these like very like vascular like stems of what look like veins and stuff running all through here, like black bluish blood running through as you pulling yourself through. Cornelia, what'd you say?
Oh, we grabbed the tooth as well.
Did you?
I'm grabbing it before I jump in that thing with my mage hand.
Okay,
if I
so
can.
it's with your mage hand. Roll me a. It would take you around. The mage hand. It's a little too heavy for the mage hand, but you could definitely like scoot it towards you.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I need to grab it.
Okay.
Before we leave.
Yeah,
So
you're
Trust
right. We
dives
do need
in.
to do that. Yeah.
Cornelia, you grab the tooth, you drag it towards yourself as acid is just flying all around the room. Rezik, you continue to crawl, and as you're crawling, it kind of gets tighter and tighter. Roll me an athletics saving throw.
What's going on, pal? Coochie coo. What is the athletics again? Let's see here. Strength. Okay. My strength is +4, so that is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah. You for a second, you're like, oh my god, am I stuck?
Oh.
And then you manage to just squeeze through, and you pull your way through, and eventually you kind of open up, and you see this like burning light as this super trust, this tiefling starts to come towards you and just kind of and you guys you're face to face with a tiefling as acid starts pouring down through you. Cornelia, roll me another dexterity saving throw as acid's going all around. And the three of you start to exit. This thing's now shaking and tremoring. That clicking sound coming from this thing, getting louder and louder and louder as you start to feel everything start to compress in on you. Everything's starting to like churn and try and grind at you guys. Cornelia, what'd you roll?
23.
23. You grab this tooth and dive into this long, fleshy tube as it starts to grind away at you guys, and you three start to crawl and make your escape. All three of you guys roll me a dex or athletics or acrobatics. Either or.
Wait, athletics or acrobatics or dex? Which, what?
Sorry, dex or strength, athletics or acrobatics.
strength?
And trust you get advantage.
Got an 18.
18, Rezik, in the head, you kind of, in the lead, you pull yourself through, trying to avoid this.
Oh my god.
Cornelia, what'd you get? 25. Easily, you kind of slip. You're small, and you just kind of, instead of like forcing your way through, you just let the muscles kind of like, you maneuver yourself, so when a muscle contracts, you kind of just slip with it, and it's like pushing you down, kind of how it was intended. Trust.
13.
What'd you get? 13. Trust, you start to go through and your horns get stuck into one of the walls, and your head is like pulled back as you get caught, and you see Cornelia just kind of slip by. Trust, stuck. The three of you take acid damage. You take 4 points each of acid damage as you're slipping through here. Each of you roll me another check.
Sure thing.
What of what?
Acrobatics again?
Acrobatics or athletics. And trust you get advantage still.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
27.
27. And like a well managed water park, Cornelia just starts to
I've been in the bowels of the belly before.
Rezik, what'd you get?
I got a 19.
A 19. Cornelia slips by you. Like in the flash of an eye as you're still crawling yourself out. Trust, what'd you get?
13.
A 13. Again, crushed in the back. Trust still kind of left in the back of this thing. Rezik, you start to get to that familiar point you were at. Like maybe one more turn and you'll reach the end of this thing. All of you take 1 more point of acid damage. All of you roll another save.
Okay, James, can I say for fun when I see like that opening, I'm like, oh, we're almost there, and then like, because I'm just like freaking out because Trust looks so scary, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, and I'm like trying to like run from her, and she like accidentally hits my tail, and I freak out, and I'm gonna cast Misty Step, and like we're gonna both go out of that whole
Trust
that
is still.
Way.
I'm way far behind you.
Way in the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you and Cornelia have gotten almost to the end. Unfortunately, Trust, what'd you get, Trust?
18.
18. You finally get your horns out, and you manage to get to the kind of the middle. Cornelia, Rezik, what'd you guys roll?
14.
24 and a 14.
Yeah,
Ooh, Rezik, you get to the end, and you just kind of all of a sudden, it clamps down on your back legs as Cornelia. And Cornelia, you all of a sudden you start to fall. You start to go into a free fall. Before you start to see that just this huge, what looks like a divoted sort of closed ring of flesh that's just packed in tight below you.
I'm gonna be going head first with the tooth right down the sphincter.
Oh, okay. It's just shoof, you hit the middle of this thing. Roll me an attack. Let's see how accurate you are to like right in the middle of this thing to kind of just pry it open.
I'm poisoned. Would this be with disadvantage then? Attack roll, right? You said. Oh, man.
Yes. Ability check should have been disadvantaged too, but we'll let that go. I'm just kidding.
I rolled a 14. Oh,
14, yeah. So you hit the...
Wait, do I add anything to that actually? Because I rolled a 9, and then I'm sorry, plus 7 if I can add something to it. So 16, sorry.
16. Okay, it's enough. And you hit right in the middle, and you hear that clacking sound get really, really loud, and this door opens. Kelwise, Skid, you guys see Cornelia just fall onto the ground, covered in what looks like this brown acid. Meanwhile, Rezik, you're stuck. Trust, Rezik, roll another save.
Are we able to do anything?
Yeah, if you want.
I'm just gonna run over to Cornelia and then wait for someone else to fall and not just hit the ground.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that's a smart idea. Let's grab pull the tarp out and we kind of hold the tarp, maybe.
Smart. That's a good
yeah.
idea.
The old fireman.
The old tarp.
Yeah. What'd you get, Rezik?
Oh, she's got me! She's got me! I rolled a 17.
17. You fall, and you start to fall straight towards that door. And after Cornelia had popped through, it closed. Trust, what did you get?
13.
A 13.
I have
Trust.
rolled a 9 like 10 times on 4 different die.
Trust.
Like, I'm
you take
over
another.
this.
You take another point of acid damage. The door is closed, Rezik. You're in a free fall. What are you doing?
I'm furiously tickling. I'm just like, oh my god, she's coming! Get this gun, open up!
You're falling towards the door. You're tickling. It doesn't seem to have any effect. It seems like maybe a larger show of force would need to be exerted.
Why aren't you working? I was gonna keep tickling.
Okay, you kind of hit that door, and it doesn't open, and you're tickling and tickling and tickling. Let's see, and it just doesn't seem to open.
Okay,
Trust.
Yeah, I just keep going. I'm
roll
scared.
me another save.
Okay. Sure.
You got this.
Okay. 21.
21.
Nice.
You manage to clear it, and you pop out as well. Rezik, you see Trust above you pop out and start to go into a
Oh
free
my
fall.
God.
Trust, you see below you that this fleshy, almost divoted, reverse cone flesh door closed, wrapped around itself. What are you doing? And you see Rezik kind of like tickling furiously all around with his claws.
Horns first. Horns first. Oh, I cast Thunderwave behind me to shoot out
Nice.
Okay.
with horns first.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
Oh my god.
And then Big and Trust is like launching off Thunderwave and coming down with his horns first.
Trust, you launch off this thunder wave, and in this constrained space, almost as if someone was trying to swallow the sound itself, it explodes. That thing doesn't try and open, but you hit with such force that you and Rezik are just propelled through it. It kind of almost tear through this flesh door as you come flying down, viscera and blood all around you. Kellwise, Skid, roll me athletics checks as you guys are holding this thing to see how well
You
you
just see a
do.
dragon coming down. Catch me!
This is my worst nightmare. Hey, athletics.
16.
16, yeah.
A poop dragon.
That would be a 21.
21. You guys hit this tarp and bounce back up. The tarp and this brown, thick acid starts to fly everywhere. The acrid smell starts to follow you guys as you bounce out of this thing. Cornelia clutching
thank
this
you.
I'm gonna be
on
sick
the
again.
ground under this tarp. Cornelia, you clutching that last tooth
I'm curled
that
up
you needed.
crying
As you
right
guys
now.
fall
I hug
out
Skid.
of
Thank you.
this
Thank you.
beast.
Oh, no, you
Bottom.
really don't need to be doing that,
No.
please.
No, no, no.
Group hug,
Oh, I'm
everyone.
gonna get sick again.
God.
Everybody. Oh, God.
Come here.
I'm gonna get sick all over again. Oh.
We're definitely hugging Kellwise too. He's in the middle.
You guys are
Yeah, I get
all,
Oh, no.
as you guys
hug
are
the
It'll be the worst
tarp,
day of my life.
running around, dodging Cornelia, Rezik, and Trust, just trying to think about what had just happened and what you had just been through. And this room is pure chaos. You notice this room now covered in the walls and everything covered in this black, thick, almost burned blood from something unbeknownst to you guys. And as you guys all commiserate, we are going to take a break.
This is the
We're
door
gonna go on
that
a
we're
quick break.
standing in right now.
We're gonna take a quick
That was
break,
awesome.
a little bathroom break, and we'll be back to see what they do next. Don't go
fucking
away.
did it.
We'll be back.
Gotta go, gotta go.
On purpose.
We're back. We're back.
Hi.
Hi.
You
Hello.
Why is there no
Habbadash.
music? Why is there no music?
No music. No music. No music.
There we go.
Probably had a card.
Oh wait. Oh dang! I was about to pull out the kalimba. I was ready to make the music.
Do it.
If you want, I mean, don't let me
It's
stop
too
you.
late. I'm busy.
Okay. Thank you for the sub, Elias. Welcome to our stream tonight.
Your mom.
Kasplat. Cornelia hits the ground hard, but as a very light gnome,
This happened earlier.
she manages to just kind of knock the wind out of herself a little bit. Meanwhile, Skid and Kelwise, immediately seeing Cornelia go splat, ran out with a tarp. Trust and Rezik in his dragon form, boom, 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 onto this big tarp that was a makeshift net of sorts. Kelwise and Trust immediately notice this acrid smell as they see Cornelia, Rezik, and Skid covered in this brown, sticky acid. And the weird thing about this acid is it's hard to wipe off because it just smears. It doesn't really wipe off. Anywho, you guys fall down.
I stopped you from hitting the ground. This is how you pay me back.
Presto!
Oh yes. Well, how about we go into the other the weird room with the hole going to a different universe, and we'll just rest for a little bit. We'll do some prestoing, cleaning up, and just take a short rest over there. Possibly. Would that be a good idea, everyone?
Yes!
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
Just down the hall.
that room. Oh yeah. That bedroom.
Right.
thing.
Yeah, the
You haven't
bedroom.
heard anything coming down the hall. I've been sitting here by the door listening very intently.
Oh.
Nothing. Yeah.
Okay,
I know.
that's good.
Shocking, actually.
Kelwise, you might have heard off in the distance heavy metal footsteps far off in the distance, marching back
belay
and
that.
forth.
I
Very
might have
similar,
heard heavy metal footsteps.
but very
down the hallway.
similar to that big automaton that you occasionally
Sounds like a band.
bumped into. That just seems to patrol the halls back and forth.
It might be the other Death Knight. Not the last one that we encountered, but the one before them.
Oh, the other. Okay, gotcha. Yes, of course.
Yeah. So we might want to be careful.
Always I am!
Okay. You guys make your way out into the hall, carefully making sure that there's no giant steel-plated automaton of death. And you notice still that big hole that Cornelia had dropped out of the floor that originally dropped him, that is still there. You guys head up north into that room with the giant, almost like a viewing window into what looks like this extra-dimensional space that's just this endless scape of stars that kind of form a huge tree with roots, thousands of roots just hanging down. You guys make it there. Just that smell is so strong. And everywhere you guys go, you kind of leave these like footprints and
Oh,
everything.
clean us! Razak!
Presto.
And it
Please
just kind of
get
all
our, like,
falls
feet or something.
straight down onto the ground, and there's like maybe a thick layer of this kind of just oozing into the carpets and
Oh.
such.
That's great.
It's not our. It's not. You know. It's not our place. So.
Better than being covered in it.
Yeah, it's not our house.
So quick accounting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 teeth? We have them all? Well, we've got one.
But
The
we
other
put
one's
the
in there.
rest in there. We got those ready, right? Didn't we put those already in?
No, aren't
Or
they?
did we suggest it and then never actually do it?
I think
Here they are.
They're in.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that you could do that. That's just. I have a tail. I can't say. Okay.
Okay, so well, that's a good sign. We got them all. Now all we have to do is what? Jump through the mouth.
Yeah, now just jump
Put
through
the
a mouth
keys
and
in.
fight an ancient wizard who
Wow.
creates beings.
Hmm.
Maybe.
And hopefully find anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he'll be like so impressed that we got to him. He'll be like, "Oh, you win. Do whatever you need."
maybe he's ready to stop. We can.
You think
just
that's gonna
talk to
happen?
him.
No, but I like to dream.
Well, just to be clear,
Oh, you still have those. That's nice.
okay, I'm here because I was taken with my whole clan, and we're all stuck here. You guys are here by your own volition to do talking to the head guy,
Save
About-
the world.
saving the world. Are we meant to kill him? Are we meant to, like, do we want to kill him? Or are we trying to, like, just talk to him and be like, please stop making the world end? Or...
I'm pretty sure we're supposed to kill him, right?
Hey.
Well, not necessarily. We're supposed to collect. Basically, dang, it's been so long, James.
Source root.
Again, not the source
root.
root. Okay,
Is
yeah. Basically, the thing inside that wall, that in the universe there, that tree, it's a source root, and we need to basically find the device that's able to control that. If we can speak to this man and we're able to talk to him into giving us the device, we won't have to kill him necessarily. But if he refuses, then he's standing in the way of us saving the world. So yes, we'll definitely destroy him.
Oh, talking to him is the primary objective, though. Right?
If we can.
Okay. I'm just making sure before we go in there how threatening I need to look.
Well, we were told that he has gone mad. So talking to him's probably not going to work, but you never know. Maybe he's like the friendly kind of lost his mind.
Yeah, it's possible.
Hey.
But probably good if you look scary, I would think. Yeah.
Hey.
Cornelia, didn't you have an idea about bringing something up with about the queen?
I have tons of ideas.
Lay it on us.
Well, I was thinking, but it probably won't work because he's gone crazy and all, but technically the queen of the elves were like pretty much on a direct order from her to have this place stop. So if we could convince him or let him know that, maybe he will go along with the queen's order, because we're trying to put the world back together to let the elves kind of be born again naturally, right? Instead of being made. So that might be good since he's seen directly what is happening to elves. So it might be worth talking to him and bringing that up,
Yeah, we're trying to break a curse. But
Right.
if he doesn't think it's a curse and he thinks what he's doing rocks, then we'll have to kill him.
If
Right.
he's just gone completely mad, yeah, and would prefer to make these crazy creatures versus being naturally, yeah.
Yes.
Now, Skid doesn't know this, but, Pup would've. Didn't this whole thing happen because of what happened with the elves and Ellazar and the breaking because they're love, and then Pup was maybe kind of the product of that, potentially? So you guys have a certain box that makes music that he might remember. I wonder, especially in this context.
That's a good
Like, I
point.
wonder if this
That's a
elf
good idea.
Ellazar would recognize that.
Well, it's
Well, I
not
don't think that this.
Ellazar.
Yeah.
It's Habbadash.
Is
Who was
Habbadash?
Friend.
Part of Ellazar.
I don't
Is-
think
is he
that
not- we
Habbadash
don't-
was part of Ellazar. I'm pretty sure
No,
he's
he was possibly a friend or someone that Ellazar
Trusted
knew. He wasn't-
friend
not part
is
of
what
Ellazar.
Yeah.
the queen told us. So it might
So
be.
then,
but
but then he still might recognize it.
Yeah,
So there's something
yeah,
that you guys
yeah.
have that
okay.
I
yeah.
can't bring up, but I can
Very
bring
cool.
up.
You will remember.
Yeah, like the whole background drama is that the queen's sister fell in love with Ellazar, which was like not allowed because he's a human and she's an elf, and it was this whole thing. And it sounds like maybe they even worked together with Fifi, which is Pup's mom, to make Pup possibly to connect the worlds, but that did not make people happy. So they
Oops.
they got killed.
But we do know the queen is on our side. The queen has part of Ellazar, which
Yeah.
is willing to
Get him.
put them together. So,
Cool.
Yes.
so okay, that's our plan then. Talk, then blow some shit up if it doesn't work out.
Yeah. So two things to remember to bring up possibly is that the queen wants us to stop, and also that we have the music box from Pup. What we should have also done, by the way, is probably gotten like some kind of a memo or some kind of writ to show him that the queen is officially calling off the factory work. But
yes, but she also like told us. She told us like in secret that this was our
kind of forced out. Yeah,
she didn't want anyone else to know that we were doing this because a lot of people don't want this to be done. So I doubt she would have put anything in writing.
True.
So are we resting or going?
Yeah, you guys did a short rest. You guys did a short rest as you guys were talking.
Short rest.
By the way, Jaymes, when we first entered this room months and months ago, we found a book, like a leather-bound book, I think, that was like Habbadash's. I think it was either Habbadash's or Ellazar's or someone's like notes or something like that. Was that book like? Did it have spells in it, or was it like just notes?
There was an old spell book I had a long time ago. It was like it had like necromancy spells in it.
Oh right. Yeah. It was just spells. It wasn't like any kind of like notes or anything like that in the back of it. It was just the spells.
No, it was just it was a spell book, and what threw you off is that there were necromancy spells written in there, and they weren't particularly like hidden or encrypted or anything like that. It didn't seem like they were necessarily like taboo in the same way that like if you had a necromancy spell in your book, you'd have to hide it in a very, very, very like advanced form of encryption to make sure no one else saw it or could read it.
This one was more of like the main title was like my 10 favorite necromancy spells, and inside it had all of his favorite stuff in there.
Yeah. Just the whole theme of this spell book did not seem like it was trying particularly hard to hide that aspect of it. And you've seen spell books that hide it a little better.
Yeah, we can talk more about what spells were in there later, but I was just wondering if it was like there was any notes or anything in there. So yeah, good to know.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys take a short rest. What are you guys doing? And I'm going to say that Rezik cleaned you guys on one side of the room, and you guys rested on the other side of the room. To just cut down on the smell ever so slightly. And by the end of your, short rest, it started to waft over to your side of the room.
Is it always like this? Everywhere you go, is it like this?
We've experienced some pretty terrible smells. Trust, I think you are muted right now.
Usually we don't smell this bad.
Okay.
We try not to.
Right. Do you bathe often?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
That's not really true. We really don't. I can tell you in the many, many months we've been traveling, we bathe very infrequently. Maybe that's just... Yeah.
Great.
Well, I mean, that was just because we was on a ship for a long time, and it was kind of hard, but when we can, we do.
Jump in the water to...
Yeah, I mean, you get like salty and stuff, but yeah.
All right.
The water splashes up occasionally.
Yeah, it's not really enough.
I mean, go put the teeth in the guy's mouth and go talk to this guy now.
Well, I was just wondering, before we go, Skid, we haven't really checked on your friends, your family that we saved. How are they doing? I think one of them...
They're inside of...
Loaf.
They're inside the loaf.
Okay.
They're just, they're still unconscious inside Loaf.
Yeah. When we came down the stairs, I'm pretty sure they were still conked out.
Okay.
That being said, really important that we know where Loaf is at all times and that he comes with us, or we at least grab them before we skedaddle.
No, definitely, yeah. For sure.
I would just like to say, I think we're all going to do an excellent job, and we're definitely going to achieve our goal, and everyone is gonna rock. And I want to use Mantle of Inspiration to Give everyone 8 temporary HP.
Nice.
Well,
Nice.
I would typically think you're jinxing us. However, I'm feeling pretty good about this right now for some reason.
Thank you.
I know I'm not always the most eloquent, but I try to make you feel good.
No, you're great with words, Trust.
Um,
Also, no, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I would just also like to say that I think you're all going to use the best attacks, and they're going to be so vicious and worthy of defeating the bad guys. And then I'm going to give all 4 of you an actual inspiration.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a
Nice.
6 now?
D8.
1d8.
Eight.
Okay. Thank you.
Never mind.
Thank you, Trust. I really appreciate you saying all that.
Yeah, I mean, I know I sometimes mess things up a lot because I'm not good at being stealthy, but I just want you all to know I think you're really great.
No,
Thank you.
stop it.
I mean, you and Cornelia just pulled off an amazing move. You were able to get that tooth without all of us going into that room and dying. So that was very impressive.
It was very scary.
Yeah.
That was very brave.
Thank you.
It was very brave for a Rezik to go up a butthole.
Yeah, as the
I'm
more,
sorry,
the
he
more and
did
more I
what?
went,
Yeah.
the
What?
more and more I went through that, I felt more and more embarrassed for going that direction. But yeah.
You went to. We can touch on this later, because
It's just
Yeah.
you flew up and it was dark and then we didn't see you, so we didn't really know
Yeah.
what had happened.
kind of went by the
Yeah.
door until we saw Cornelia.
We don't need
Sorry.
to talk about that.
Okay. We'll talk about it later.
It explains the smell.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
It's not on you anymore, you're fine.
But I'm remembering that it was.
You had poo on you.
Oh!
Well, we all did, if that makes you feel any better.
I really am a skid. Okay. Keep going.
Well, team, before we go up there, I just want to say that I really, like Trust was saying, I also very much care for all of you, and just I think keep in mind in the back of your heads while we're fighting that, or if we potentially fight that, you know, our goal right now is a hefty one, but I think not smaller, but the main goal that we have now of saving Pup is extremely important, not only for us because we all love Pup so much, but also for the world because they might be the only one that's able to find that balance between our world and the Seraphim world. So we need to focus up and really do whatever we can to bring them back. This man creates people. If there's anything up that we find, by the way, that might help with bringing Pup back, that could also be potentially of interest. So keep your eyes peeled.
I mean, he doesn't really make people anymore. He makes abominations. I don't really fancy bringing Pup back as an abomination.
He's literally created generations of elven people. That's what he's been doing for the last few hundred years. So
I'm gonna look at Cowwise and Cornelia and be like, does he? I thought, is he okay? I thought, yeah, all right.
Maybe we just see what it is that's happening exactly.
Yeah, that's great. I love that.
I have a feeling when we go up there too, we're going to see a lot of variations of him. Maybe he's made copies of himself, so it might be hard to tell who is who.
All
How are
right,
you gonna know who the real one is?
kill them all.
When we
That's one option.
when we saw the copy, was there anything weird about him, Jaymes?
Oh.
That like
Can't you just like flick them and they die?
Yeah.
So
They're like they're really weak.
Just like go.
Yeah, they were like made of sand. They were
And
like
you could-
very fragile and made of sand. at least the one you had encountered, and it basically just wilted over with the lightest amount of force.
Much like my mental health.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So
also,
hopefully we find a whole bunch of them and they're all made of sand. So that would be great. Actually, that would be
Or
best case
even
scenario.
better, there are no duplicates, and it's just him that we have to deal with.
Yeah, true.
That'd be nice.
Do you think that pup actually came from this place?
No,
Do you think
maybe.
his pup was created, or do you think that they were?
Well,
birds?
actually, this place was created, I'm assuming, because they weren't able to make elves anymore the normal way, so they had to find a way to kind of generate them like factory style. So they made this.
But Foot
eventually.
was created here. Is Foot an elf, or because they can change into whoever they touch? It kind of sounds familiar to Pup a little.
Does.
It's true. It's possible. I think that maybe I don't know. Pup seems to be a little more complex than Foot
Yeah.
because they actually have more of like a primary kind of body they're able to maintain, and they don't have to really focus on getting anybody else's body in order to be able to like have an actual physical appearance. So I don't know. Maybe it's possible.
What if this pup person was like the Habbadash? And you know how Habbadash has like his clones that are like him, but not quite as like him? What if Foot is a clone of Pup?
Oh,
That would be interesting.
whoa.
Wow.
Hmm.
My brain hurts.
Yeah.
It just sounds like it's like a similar, same but different situation.
No, absolutely. Interesting. Well, yes.
Either way,
No, I just wasn't sure. Like, it doesn't feel like we're planning things anymore. We're just talking, and I just wanted to know what the like plan was.
Do we do another
Oh,
short rest?
Stick
Go up
the
and
teeth
talk?
in. Jump through the mouth.
I think we kind of already made the plan. Let's just go up
Yeah.
there and try to talk to him. If it doesn't work out, fight him. I think when we
Yeah.
get into like a deeper plan, it kind of doesn't really happen anyway. So let's
Yeah. Very simple. Talk first, fight second.
and like the
Yeah.
short 2 days that I've known you as, that is exactly what happens. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
you ready?
Yeah.
Most importantly, it's don't get eaten by the mouth we have to jump through. I think that might be.
What was eaten by the mouth?
Yeah.
I just am always in bellies.
Yeah, it's a theme with you.
Me too.
Us too.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
We're just so snackable. We're so small, and we're just
Weird life.
we're just a snack.
Can't
Me
help
and you were snacks. With 3 C's.
it. And an X.
And an X.
I don't know.
An X for every mouth we've been in.
Okay, so you guys Oh, you went up a butt. You've been at a bunch of mouths.
Yeah.
Are you guys like a sex cult or something?
No, we're not a sex cult. It's really confusing.
I
some
want to
people.
say this sounds a little.
It's not.
Kid,
It's
I
not.
like you.
It's
Yeah.
not.
Sounds a little
It's
suspect.
not.
It's
It's
funny you ask that.
You were
Really.
a little excited about that. That's
No, I just like to have all the information of the company I keep.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Or like, because if we're gonna be traveling together, like, do your thing. I'll just be over here.
I can say with absolute certainty I have not enjoyed a single excursion inside another creature's
Oh,
mouth.
do you want to
It's
talk? That sounds
not been-
like
not been
sounds like
pleasant.
you might need some therapy after this. For
Oh
that.
yeah, I almost died once because of it.
Oh my
yeah.
god! What the hell? We need to get going. You all need to figure out what your business is. Consent is key.
Um,
Yeah.
we
Talk to these things that eat us more often. It's really fair.
Before we go, I've kind of been wondering this whole time, and I don't know if we've actually asked, but Skid, what you seem to kind of choose this route of pacifism. Where does that stem from? Because you grew up with a lot of Goliaths, right?
Yeah,
you know them for
I
like
did.
their fighting abilities usually, so that's interesting.
No, and I clearly was trained to fight. I just...
Oh, you're great at fighting, yeah.
Thanks. I picked it up pretty quick. I don't know. I don't like to get things dirty or to like conflict. I don't like conflict, okay? I don't do well with conflict. It stresses me out.
No,
I just want everyone to be happy, and then I just don't know how to handle it. Wasn't really raised in a home where you were allowed to talk about your feelings, so I just, when people have them, I freak out.
Okay.
Well, it's really good that Dresden's gone because we fought all the time. I mean, I fought with him all the time.
There
So
were a lot of feelings.
The conflict. It's the inability to handle it. Okay, you want to get into it? We can get into it after we deal with this guy because I'm pretty sure the rest of my family is dead by now. The time we've been dilly-dallying, taking rests. We gotta put teeth in the guy, talk to kill, save the world. Apparently.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to say that I appreciate it, and I wanted to apologize for, kind of raining on your parade earlier. I think that, you've met us at a really weird time in our lives, and I think that we need people like you that believe in that kind of world.
Thanks.
So
That's
I
real nice
appreciate
for you
that.
to say that. That's nice. Well, hopefully after this, I never have to fight anyone else ever again.
yeah, I'm sure that'll be the case. Let's go.
That sounds right. Yeah.
That sounds...
Yeah.
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 Oh,
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna get wrapped into all this hard time.
Should we tell her about the oncoming war that's gonna come after this?
God, no!
Okay.
No,
Get
it's for
wrapped
later.
into all of this. Okay, I already know. My
What? No,
rabbit
nothing.
starts like hitting the ground.
Nothing.
Like, it's fine. It's good. We're gonna be fine.
We're gonna be fine.
Let's go.
We're gonna be fine. Let's go. We're fine.
Okay.
We're fine.
Starts walking. Okay, you guys follow me. Yeah, go.
Wait. We can keep a listen
I'm
out for the walking automaton guy.
Yeah, I got the
Yeah.
ears. They're big.
Yeah. Perfect. Lead the way.
Okay, so you guys leave cautiously through the doors. You head south and around the corner into that big long hallway with the broken stairs at the top. You guys head. Are you guys heading back up to level 2?
Yeah, wherever the
Yes.
mouse is.
In the cat bus, because
Well,
it's
the cat
down
bus.
here as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you head up to that
Also-
room with the gargoyle that you had to
Oh,
keep
I-
an eye on.
Last-
Foot
Still there?
hops out. So like, you guys are like going up to the Habbadash's like factory and stuff.
Are you coming with us?
No, you're not. I'm gonna sit here. I'm going to watch this gargoyle and make sure it doesn't attack anyone. Because, little loaf here, or toast, whatever you want to call him, he has to stay here because he can't fit in that small little hallway, so I should probably protect him, yeah?
Do you prefer to wait in a different room?
No. I'll wait right here. Very safe.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you
for
guys,
watching
good
out.
luck, and, like, when you do your thing, like, good on you. I really appreciate it that you guys are like setting me free and then making me your friend and gonna provide for me after we're all done and out. That's going to be great.
Thanks for being our friend.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, all right. Well, I'm
Yeah,
gonna wait here.
I
You
Is
know-
guys
that
good?
after this part?
good luck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know it was
And,
your choice at all to be the way you are now. That was forced upon you. But I feel like you're a pretty cool dude now, and I like you a lot. So yeah, you'll definitely have a place on our boat when if we survive. So yeah.
Thanks. Don't know what the boat is? Wait. Oh no. You know what? I do know what the boat is. I just had to scratch the little brain that Kelwise gave me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember, right? You were in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You were
do
in there?
now. I do now. Yeah, it's fantastic.
You know it
Boats.
flies, right?
Boats fly.
Oh, does
Yeah.
that mean that he could captain
You
as
guys were
well?
serious about that.
If he was in
Don't boats
Kelwise's
just
brain.
fly?
Yeah.
It seems like the only memories I have are boats that fly. I couldn't
Oh, yeah,
really go
boats.
too far back.
Got it. That's
Do,
real.
do most boats not fly?
All of them.
Anyway,
all
we
of
can
them fly.
we can talk about that later. All right?
Right.
You guys, good luck. Don't die. Or if
Crazy
you do,
person.
just let me know so I can go back to hiding.
Dragon.
How should we let you know, though?
An
Yeah,
actual
you
flying bolt.
just scream really loudly, like, my insides are being ripped out, and now we're on the outsides. And then, okay. They are being disemboweled, so I can just go back to hiding.
All right. Yeah, we'll do that.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah. So, but if you could just again, thank you for keeping an eye on Catbush and all the ones inside him, on Loaf.
Loaf. Oh, absolutely.
Taking care of those inside.
It's
That-
a very,
I really
very
appreciate
pivotal
that.
role. I'm doing something very important. You guys should really thank me.
You are.
After-
We
Yeah.
do. We
Yeah.
do.
You're
Very
literally
grateful.
protecting my family.
We're very
right.
grateful.
And then whoof, he kind of like disappears into the ceiling.
Okay.
And
Mouth?
Mouth.
Eva kind of joins you. I'm not sitting this one out.
No, you shouldn't. Let's go.
And so how are you guys? You guys gonna try and sneak around?
Should
in
she
this
join
level?
us though? Because this is going to be pretty crazy. So maybe she.
You
shouldn't-
try and
Nice to have
stop
extra spells.
Yeah.
Eva,
Right.
just make sure you stay back, all right? Don't do anything dangerous.
Don't do anything dangerous.
I mean, yeah, just
If I said that to you, would you take that advice?
I try. I just have bad luck.
that's
I
true.
mean,
You do have
You
very bad
literally
luck.
just crawled through a monster's digestive system.
You don't know
All right,
that.
listen,
Rezik told me.
just
I didn't. How?
I overheard you guys
See?
talking.
Yeah,
Right.
it's when we were talking about the sex cult. I said you went into a bomb. Okay,
Yeah, it was right before that.
it's not hard to put two and two together. She's smart. Look at her.
I'm just don't aggro the bad guy and don't become the target. Just don't do that,
Aggro?
and we'll be good. Yeah, don't like make it like go after you. Just be supportive. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't do too much
Absolutely.
damage where it's like, oh, I have to kill that person first.
Exactly. Yes.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Right.
Well, I'll try not to, but, if he starts attacking you guys, there's no promises.
Right.
All right. Well,
okay.
did you hear
that's-
we're going to try talking to him first as well?
Go ahead. I mean, I'm not going to attack him unless he attacks us.
Right. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Eva is. She's got this. We're good.
Exactly.
I love you very much, Eva. Don't. Yeah, just be safe, please.
Well, same to you. Rezik,
Is this
'cause if-
actually Eva?
If you die, I don't know what would happen to me. I mean, you are my link to the material plane, so
She has a point.
Ooh, yes, that's true.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
y'all be a
okay.
2-for-1 special.
I'm starting to overthink this. Let's just go, because
let's do
let's
this.
go.
We got this.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Everything
All right.
is gonna
It'll be
be
fine.
all right. Everything is gonna be okay.
Are we there yet?
As we're walking, you're singing that.
Not
Trust
singing.
your voice.
I'm
So, you
saying
guys get to
it.
the
Oh,
second
great.
level.
Yeah, that's right.
You guys start
We can't sing
to
anymore.
move up through this place, and you know that it has been decimated by that Death Knight that was wandering the halls.
Lava.
How are you guys moving through the second floor now?
Stealthily.
Correct.
You guys are gonna try and stealth your way there.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Okay,
How
everyone
else
roll a
is there?
stealth check.
Is there we don't have any sort of
Help with
pass
that.
without a trace, do we?
We can. Would you like to? It may help. It might not. I can make it happen.
Will definitely help.
Okay. I will cast Pass Without Trace.
And I don't have a minus on stealth anymore because I hocked up that stuff, right?
Yeah, you guys are no longer diseased.
Oh, okay, cool. Me neither.
Cornelia
everyone
and
has
Trust,
a
you guys
plus
were
10
like you
bonus.
felt poisoned, but after you took your short rest, you guys feel better. You guys no longer
Yay.
disadvantaged.
Cool.
So you did do.
Yeah, thank God for that pass without trace. I rolled a 2, so that's a 2 plus 5, but plus 10, so that's 17.
Cool. And I rolled a 3. Plus
Nice, nice.
5 for
Yeah.
15.
Plus 10.
Roll at 28.
27.
Boy, that was low.
15.
21.
I'm
21?
just my spider
Okay.
butt is so big. I don't know how to move quietly with it. It's just
You guys
always
you guys start
in
to
the way.
sneak
Learning.
through this, and as you open that door, immediately you hear the as this thing tries to offer you a coin.
Roll my eye.
Trust, you roll your eyes. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god.
No.
What? Everyone was yelling at it and talking at it earlier, and I just roll my eyes and I need to make a wisdom
It was
saving throw?
the straw that broke the dude's back.
It's the rudest thing you could do.
I rolled, thank God, an 18.
An 18.
Nice.
You reach out to grab it,
No!
and then pull your hand back, confused for a second, and it grins at you. And then
All right, nobody roll your eyes at it. That
Everyone
was
stay away.
absolutely
Just stay-
ridiculous.
No, thank you.
And we're moving. Let's go.
and you guys
Politely
move
no.
through the halls as quiet as you can. You come up upon the room of chattering murals and paintings and what are they called? Whatever.
Paintings.
Portraits.
Photos?
Portraits. And as you move through there, they seem to be chattering, still
Selfies.
kind of abuzz with the earlier excitements. You cut through into that marbled room with that long black streak now through the white marble. You take a right into that office with the teeth in that mouth that's shut, missing, that had just missing pieces to it. You close the door and you're now in that small wooden floored office. A few tables and scrolls. You guys had gone through them and there really wasn't anything of note. But on the east side of the room, just this massive mouth that took up the entire wall with 4 missing teeth.
Should we shove them back in, or
We like hold hands and do it all at once. Walk in together.
You think it's going to be like a portal after we put them in? So we put them in, step back, and then walk through together?
that's
Yeah.
that's
I like
not a
that.
bad idea.
Yeah, I like that.
Maybe step back, throw a rock or a piece of debris at it, see what happens. Right? Maybe it goes.
What if that's the one chance though and it's gone?
Right,
Well, then-
yeah. And all the teeth go back to where they were.
Well, that would be.
Because how do they get there in the first place? Like, how are people supposed to get back up?
Can we see anything in the room, like a painting or instructions or something to indicate what to do?
There are paintings on the
I think we're
walls.
overthinking.
They seem very, very old.
I think we're doing
that
that
depict
thing again.
landscapes and
Yeah.
such. Different forests and things, but landscapes that don't look familiar to you.
And is there somewhere obvious to put the teeth, or maybe we're
There's
supposed
just
to like
clearly
walk in and
4
see?
missing teeth
Okay.
in this thing's
Sockets.
maw. Yeah.
Okay,
So
can
let's-
I just
let's-
have one
let's,
of those, please? I'm just going to put it
Yeah,
in.
let's
Okay.
this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
4 of us will
And
take
it,
Put it in.
and it seems
Okay.
to just kind of
Alright.
almost click into place.
Yep.
Okay.
And you
Uh,
put
let's-
all 4 of the teeth in, and as you put the last tooth in, you hear this noise. Almost like a tongue smacking,
So
and the jaw slowly opens.
okay,
Just-
go. Let's go. Let's
just
go. Let's
enough
go.
Right? No, right
for
there.
someone to kind of sneak through.
one
No
at a
more
time
than
sort
maybe
of deal.
maybe no more than like a 2-foot gap, but in this gap you see this long walkway that seems to just be floating in the middle of space, backlit by thousands of stars.
Should I go first? I
How
feel like
sure are we that we don't end up back where you guys just came from?
Not sure
As he
at
says,
all.
how sure are? I'm gonna grab Calwise and just Misty Step it across immediately.
No, okay. Poof! You guys
Nothing
go
to
in
it,
and
oh,
you
sure.
land. And
Do
as
we
you
see
look
them?
around, Rezik, yeah, you see them on this platform. As you guys look back behind you, you see this small, jagged hole in space that ends at the end of this platform, and you can see your friends there. But as you turn a look around you, all around you is just
stars in this endless vastness, and that massive tree so much closer than it was, bright lights just beaming down upon you.
Are we standing or are we like floating?
You're standing on like a long platform that seems to just jut out like a walkway that just seems to go off into the horizon.
And does the walkway have like sharp edges? If you were to step over, would you fall into nothing, or is it like wide?
Seems like you would just fall off onto nothing. It's maybe a good 10-foot walkway. It's not narrow by any sense, but like you kind of look over the edge, it just seems like it drops off into nothingness.
Well, I'll follow behind them then.
I'll also
Okay,
head
you're gonna
through.
go through.
Yeah.
Okay, so Trust, you start to
Be swift.
ease your way in between these huge jagged teeth. Roll me a acrobatics check.
19.
A 19. So you don't spend much time. You kind of pull yourself up and then slip between these teeth, right in between those super sharp points, and you slip inside.
Cornelia?
I'll go. Acrobatics. Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
I almost wonder if we should throw a rope out and pull people through.
I'm going to use my D8 of inspiration. Oh, geez. So that's 5, 6. So it ends up being an 11. Oh, I'm sorry,
11.
13, because I get plus 7.
Oh,
so
okay, 13. So you start to sneak through, and just your sleeve gets caught on one of the teeth, and just for a moment, you're stuck right in between those massive spikes that are about the size of your body, and for a second, you can feel them crushing down on you with an impossible force, but you rip free, cutting the thread on your arm, and you pull free, and you kind of stumble back into this extra-dimensional space. Eva starts to go through, and she very, very carefully takes a couple steps in, and you start to hear a sound as if like a tongue smacking as she jets in.
Oh, I should probably go on quick, huh? And I scurry through.
Okay, roll athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah, that is 22.
22. Skid, you leap through quickly. That smacking sound continues for a few more seconds before that small doorway, just this weird jagged crack, slowly closes behind you, leaving just this edge of this platform that drops off into nothing.
Whoa.
Well, that answers
And that's
that.
where we're going to pick up next week.
Boy.
Hey!
No way out.
A decision has been made.
Thank you, everyone. We're finally getting to the end of this thing. I think.
We
Maybe.
are?
Oh,
We'll see.
There's an end. There's an end.
Spoilers.
There's always an
I
end.
don't believe it.
And death is always an ending. We'll be back next week at 7 p.m. Pacific with more of our Hex of Ellazar campaign. And we're going to figure out what's going on. Hopefully more
need
answers than
Habbadash.
questions. Hopefully more questions than answers. But with that, we're gonna take off for the evening and give you back the rest of your 2 hours of Monday. Please, everyone. Please, I implore you to take care of yourself and take care of each other, and come back next week and join us for more of our Chronicles and Aventide. Everyone, have a good night.
Chronicles
Good
and
night.
Aventide.